How? Kanya, that was quick. Are you well? What's up? Kanya.
Mr. Ancient, Mr. Ancient,
What's
how
up?
are you?
Ah, Naki Sharp.
I saw that you're under and like, let me just join quickly, then I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Ah, thank you. 2 minutes, are you sure?
In a few minutes, yeah.
Because that 2 minutes sounds different.
I'll be back. I'll be back. Hang on.
Alright, no stress then. No stress.
The conversations for tonight, yes, yes. You'll see all the leaders of our community. Anyway,
Our future leaders, people who need submission. Shame, we're not ready yet. This generation, shame, we're not ready. We're really not ready for anything serious. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. Ah, shame, we're not there yet. It is well. God will help us. It is well. I haven't seen Saint in a long time, eh? Guys, as you're joining, just keep tapping, please. As you're joining, just be tapping. Be tapping, please. Ooh.
Away.
Hey, KG, how's it?
Yeah, I'm taking it easy, bro. One day at a time. How's it?
That's the way to go. That's the way to go. I'm all good. I'm all good. All good. All good. Yes, we're just starting. I started a bit late today, so we're still tapping and still inviting people to join the live, or rather
Okay.
waiting for more to join. So yeah, feel free. Oh, Tashinga, how's it?
I'm very well. Did
That's
if you've
good.
been,
That's
how are
good.
you?
I'm okay, man. I'm really good. I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for joining. We just started. It's going to be quite a tense one tonight. Is this Clara? Ha, Clara, we Nana. Clara, we Nana. I said the daughter of Jesus there. Shoulders.
How are you?
I, the way you left me, exactly how you left me. The only difference between then and now is that it's not the same date.
Hi, Ancient. Hi, man. Hello, Ancient.
Hello, Clara.
Yeah, yeah. Just end it there. You don't have to add anything, Ancient. Ne?
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I hear you.
Mm,
I hear you.
nothing else.
I hear
Mm.
you. But what if there's something on my mind and Facebook is always asking what's on your mind? You see? Okay. So too like it. But guys, welcome. The king, how's it?
Fine.
Nah, good, good.
Meeting.
Nah. It's good that you're here. Like, let's keep tapping, guys. We're starting the live soon. Let's keep tapping. Let's start so we can start the conversation. I know not many of us are waiting for the conversation to start. Because tonight is gonna be one of those nights. We can tell already. Yes, Kanya, thank you for the likes. Let's clear up. But how have you been though? Where have you been? How is work? How is life?
I've
How
been
is everybody?
good. I've been good, Shem. I can't complain. Life has been good. We are blessed. We're still alive. So whatever happens wrong, we'll try to do it right tomorrow so that it happens right. Work just as hectic. We had a very nice engagement today. An event. At least I left the office. So it was nice to leave the office for a change.
Is it?
Mm,
I like it. I like those field work sometimes. Field works are
that's the best.
yeah, they're refreshing.
Yeah, too much.
Very refreshing. I get you. I can imagine. Field works are refreshing. No, that's good. That's good. I'm happy you got those engagement. I'm happy things are going well. I'm happy. Yeah, you know where to find me if you need us to work. There's
I know.
anything out there you think, oh man, this looks like what Ancient will be interested in. Ancient, put the call, put the text. I'll pull up
I
with my
know.
full chest.
I know.
I'll pull up with my full chest. Come fix it. It gets exciting, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, let's keep tapping, guys, so we can start this conversation. I can see many of us are itching. Many of us are itching to start this conversation. Let's keep tapping. The more we tap, when we get to 5K, let me just put it, let me put a mark on it. 5K, we'll start our live. At 5K, we start the live. So yes, if you want us to start the live, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. 5K, we'll start the live at 5K. At 5K, guys, let's keep tapping. Use those fingers, use those hands. You know what you do with them. Tap it, wiggle those fingers. Wiggle them, wiggle them, wiggle them. You can use your thumb, you can use your index, or maybe your middle finger, but just do something with those hands. Tap the screen, guys. Tap it, tap it, tap it, tap it, tap it. Oh, tap it, tap it, tap it, tap it, tap it. Let's keep tapping. We're on 1.3. That's good. At 5K, we're going to start a conversation. You want to tell me between men and women who truly loves unconditionally. Let's hear, what a man can do, a woman can do better. Is that true? Is that still true? Or is it becoming truer than ever? Let's hear what you gotta say. Okay, guys, keep tapping, 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 tapping. Tap it like it means something to you. Tap it, tap it, tap it like you need to prove a point. Tap it, Baba. Tap it, tap it. Let's get them to come. Yeah, let's get everyone here to come. Let's get them, every TikToker. So keep tapping, keep tapping, keep tapping, keep tapping. Tap it. And I know when you tap for so long, there is this bubble that bursts there, to show you've been tapping. So yes, guys, tap it. Let it squirt on your face. Tap it, tap it, tap it, tap it, guys. Tap it. Let the live do this thing. Tap it. Tap it, tap it, tap it, tap it, tap it. Tap it. Tap it. We're 1.9. Okay, okay, okay. It's a little bit far, but yeah, there's progress. So tap it, tap it, tap it, Tap it, tap it, tap it, tap it. Don't pity it, tap it. Tap it, tap it, tap it. Keep tapping. It's 2K now. Keep tapping, keep tapping, keep tapping. It's okay. Tap it, tap it, tap it, tap it. 2.2. Tap it, tap it, tap it, tap it. Yes, keep tapping, keep tapping, keep tapping, keep tapping. Keep tapping, keep tapping. We're still on 2K. No, guys, we should be on 5K by now. Keep tapping those things. Tap it, Baba. Tap it, tap it, tap it. Tap it, guys. Tap it, tap it. 2.3. Oh no. Are we getting tired? You don't get tired of tapping, guys. Don't get tired. Tap it, tap it, tap it. Don't worry, it's not gonna break your screen. You can spank it. Just make sure you tap. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 guys. Tap, 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 tap. Tap it like it means something to you. Tap it. Tap it. Tap it. 2.5. We're still below. We're still low, guys. Just keep tapping. Tap it, tap it, tap it, tap it. You can tap it. Yes. Tap it. Tap it. Don't give up. Don't give up. You're almost there. You're almost there. You're almost there. 2.7. You've passed half. Passed the half mark. You're almost there. You're almost there. You're almost there. Right there. Right there. Yes. Right there. Right there. Right there. Right there. Just keep tapping it. Right there. Right there. Yeah. That's the spot. Keep tapping it, guys. Keep tapping it, guys. That's the spot. Right there. Right there, right there. You're hitting the spot. Keep tapping, 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 tapping. Keep tapping, guys. Tap, 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 guys. Tap, guys. Tap, guys. Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. 2.8, guys. We can do better than that. 2.8 now. How many minutes have we been on this live? Let's see. 14 minutes now, guys. We can do that. Oh. Quarter of an hour, we still haven't been able to hit 5K. No, guys, let's do this. Let's do this. 5K, we'll start the conversation. I'm sure we're all itching to answer this question. I'm even joining you to tap now. Usually I don't tap. But I'm doing it now. Just so that we could get there. You know? So we could get there. Let's keep tapping. And there goes Lesedi. Feel free to come up on the panel. It's been a while. I don't know where you've been though, but I know you'll be good. Feel free to join the panel if you so wish. But guys, let's keep tapping. 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 Who's not tapping? 3.3. Who is not tapping? Okay. Okay. Three point four. Hi guys. No man, no man, no man. We can do better than this. We can do better. We can do better. Record shows that we can do better. History has proven that we can do better. As a team, shame. We can do better, guys. We're on 4K. 1K to go. Yeah, 1K to go. 1K to go. 1K to go. 1K. Oh, 4.4. 600 to go. 600 to go. It should be 4.5 now. 500 to go. You know, I can't wait to mute my mic and just stop talking. So, guys, if you want me to shut up, then hit it. Where did Clara go now? Where did Clara, of all people, where did Clara go? Now we're going to have all the men on the panel, and then there's no woman to give us another perspective. Doesn't work like that. Where are the women? Come up. Come up. Come up. But anyway, let's keep tapping. Tapping. There we lost Kanya now. Shame. Shame, we lost her. But anyway, I know she's coming back soon. 4.7, guys. We're almost there. We're doing really well. 4.8, okay. Okay, 4.8. That's good. That's good. 5K. Woo! There we go. But anyway, let's not stop tapping. We're gonna start the conversation, however, but let's keep the tap going so we can start. So yes, Kosi, you're welcome. Tashinga, you're welcome. I really would have loved a lady on the pad now as well, so we can hear from their side as well. But in any case, we're starting the conversation now. We're starting. Kahiso, are you still there? Tashinga, are you still there? Okay. Who among our panelists is there right now?
Yeah, what up? I'm right here. What's up?
Tashinga, you're welcome. All right, we're starting this conversation now. And I'd like to hear from you. What do you think? Who truly loves unconditionally between men and women? Maybe you should open that for us. Tell us why you think so. Are you there?
Okay, no,
Did we lose you? Oh no, we lost Tashinga.
you know,
Are you saying something? I think your network is really terrible, brother. Because I can't hear a word from what you're saying. I can't hear you. You seem
pardon?
to. Are you there? Can you hear us? Slim, you're welcome though. Slim, how's it?
Sure. I'm good, man.
Good. Tashinga, are you still speaking?
No, you know,
Oh no, your network is breaking, Shem. It's really bad. It's really, really bad. Okay, no, let me come back to you. Let me come.
yeah,
KG, are
like
you
I just
there?
wanted to get like,
I'm
like
still here. I'm still here.
clarity of whether or not should I continue or not. My son is bed.
Tashinga, no, let me pause on you first because I can't hear a word that you're saying, and I don't know if it's me, but if others confirm the same, then Yeah, I can't hear a word from what you're saying. It's cutting. So I'll come back to you. I'll come back to you while you fix that. I'll come back to you. KG,
Yeah, I'm
are you
still here.
fine? Yeah.
I'm doing good, bro.
Okay, good, good, good. Tell me, what do you think between men and women who love unconditionally?
That's
Why?
very, I'd say that's very interesting in terms of in which period or time are we referring to this? Because if we are referring to modern women, compared with your old school women, I think women back then loved unconditionally. These days it's all about the bag. And even with men nowadays, it's more of trying to genuinely love somebody for who they are and using material stuff to win their love and all that, which for me, if we are going to be looking at the conversation, um, basing it on modern men, I don't think any of us does love unconditionally. But if we're going to look at back in the 80s, then people then they did love unconditionally. It was more like they loved, but what made everything work was tolerance also. But the new school ones, I'm not going to lie. I don't see a lot of love going on with the new school.
So are you suggesting that even you don't love unconditionally? You have conditions before you can love somebody.
Yeah, man. These days, love is more of a transaction. It's a transaction, if I have to put it in that way. So you might find that there's this, I'm not saying all women are like that or all men are like that, but I'm going to go with most. Because if I say all men, I'll be generalizing, which is not, one thing I'd feel good with. But, most guys these days, we all have, it's like, how do I put this? We are stereotyped living in a box to a point whereby we think, get the bag, get a car, get a girl that you like, and then you take that girl, and winning this girl over is going to require money, right? The same mindset goes with women. Look good, wear makeup, and then get a guy who will give you money. So for me, that's what I'm saying. It's a transaction between the two these days. It's like something is being sold, just that we can't like just come out straight and say this is being sold.
Are you insinuating that love is being sold in this day and age?
Okay. Uh you know, it's not every woman who expects a guy to give her money, and it's not every guy who expects to who has the idea of using materialistic things to get a woman. But majority, or let me say most, men and women these days, we all think alike. So something is being sold, which is why I always feel, you know a bit sad when a kid who's like 17, 18, a lady or let me say a girl who's like 17, 18 says, I need a man who will take care of me financially. And then you ask yourself,
Guys, are we still here?
yeah, I'm still here. So these days, love goes with condition and a price tag. So, yeah, that's my take on it.
Okay, okay. Um, Slim G, I think, guys, I'm sorry. I think I lost you for a second, but I'm back now anyway. Slim G, what do you think about what KG has said, and what is your opinion? Do you think between men and women, who do you think who truly loves unconditionally?
Joe, for me, both. I think they both love unconditionally, but it depends who you meet. You see, but I would say between men and women, the person who love truly, I say a man more than a woman because of a man. I feel like he understands the quality of a relationship more than a woman because of a man has to carry the relationship power. Because of you see it in many cases where women like they say the word marriage, they say they all want these things, but in essence they don't really know how to keep them or do them because most of the time they're the ones who break relationships and all, you see. Because if a man can take a woman with nothing and making something, but a woman cannot take a man with nothing and making something. So you see the similarities that cannot happen. Men love more than women
Hmm?
because at the end of the day, the woman all
Yeah.
he cares all about hers. Even if you work for her. She doesn't work for you. So in a sense, you taking care of her basically. But it depends. That's why I say it could be both. Because yes, some women do love unconditionally, and some men do love unconditionally. You see, like myself. So yeah, only few. But I would say that question is vague. But only few people do it. You see.
So you think both gender do love unconditionally, however, men do it more than women.
Yeah, yeah, they do it more than women.
Then it then makes me ask a question to say, then what condition do women give before they can love? Because if we're saying men love unconditionally and whatever, however I want to describe it, and women don't, then what are the conditions that women give? Because I've seen women who will settle or who would be with somebody who many people would say, ah, no, but this one doesn't have anything. But she's there. She's there trying to rough it out with this guy, you know. And also, I've seen men who will
Hmm.
say, no, I will not marry a woman who does not do this, and that. Those are conditions. So, how is that balancing? Do you really think? Yeah. So, how is that balancing? Don't you think that women actually are the ones who give less condition than men?
Well, that's why I say it depends on the relationship. You see. Because it all be because of love. Let me say because it depends on love. Because when love is involved, there's no conditions. Because love is there. But if love is not involved, there will always be conditions. I mean, like you find a rich woman or a woman who come from a wealthy family dating a broke guy. Relationship is nice, cruising, no problems, nothing. You see, they're loving each other because of its love. You see, so there's no many motives. So probably sometimes he cover weathers and sometimes buys so he updates and so at others. The problem is like when there's no love in relationship, that's where there's conditions and all that. They make you want to do this because of you find that as a man, a woman will request you to do all these things. You need to have money, find security, all that. Da, 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 da. Even if you achieve that and give her that, she must still not be satisfied with that, right? And she'll still go to cheat on you with some guy who doesn't have all those qualities or fall in love with such a person. And you ask yourself, what did she really want those things from you or what or not? You see, because of or maybe she didn't love you because, or as you say, because you can put condition on everything, but you cannot put condition on love. That's what I think.
But have we not seen issues where guys are saying, I will not marry, I cannot date or marry a woman who does this, who is this, who doesn't look like this and this body and whatnot. And yet, he finds such a woman who has everything, the body, the whatnot, and so on. And he still goes to cheat on her as well.
Mm.
So, wouldn't you agree that women actually love unconditionally more than men?
No,
Because
the, Nah, as I said, Joe, both people they do because at the end of the day we're still humans, you see. And I still step on my point as I say men love more than women. You see, oh, but at the case, like, it depends on the if I say you said that you gave an example, you still cheat and do that because as a man, it clearly shows you didn't love because you didn't value her and all that. So you always go and cheat on her and do all these things. So you ask yourself, did you really want a good woman, or did you want a woman who can entice you and do all these things? So you need to ask yourself a question: why do you do those things? Because as men, you could say, "Hey, me, I want a woman, but and you still get that woman and still not be satisfied, and find out that you don't love her. That's the problem. You see."
But then, when
So
men cheat, do you think men cheat because when they don't love a woman, or men just do it in general? When a man cheats on the woman, is that a sign that he doesn't love the woman? I don't agree to that.
No,
yes, for me, it's a
when
sign that you don't love a woman. You see, because of it. First of all, it's last. Let's not lie. It's all of it last. If you, I mean, like, you still go and you still have a woman because of you're not satisfied. That's the honest truth. You're not satisfied with what you have. Maybe you wish you had something better. But I tell you, guarantee if you're satisfied, you won't do all these things. You see. So I don't know. Maybe it's just
Kosi,
me.
what KG, what do you think?
well, personally, I think in terms of cheating, we cheat for different reasons. But then for men, mostly it's lust over, for being in love with that person. We cheat because we think with our pants as men most of the time, right? And also the other thing that could contribute to a man or a guy cheating is peace of mind mostly. But with women, when they cheat, it's emotional, and if it's emotional, it means they did give an F about the person that they're about to cheat on for that time, but because of something that they are going through when they cheat, it's they if a woman cheats, mostly she's leaving.
So
So
you
for
think
men,
that
it's love.
you think
Yeah,
that
for
a man can cheat on the woman and still be in love with the woman that he cheated on?
bro, a man can have three wives at home waiting for him, but still cheat with somebody else in the streets. And I'm going to say this from with my own personal experience, right? I have a girlfriend, right? And we've been at it for 6 years. All is fun and all that, right? But I do get, I do get dirty and shit every once in a while. Sorry for the strong language. I do get to speak to other women on the sides, and this is why I always laugh at it. Whenever I make a move on somebody new, I'll always highlight it to say, "Hi, I'm KG. This is me and stuff. I have a girlfriend." And in most cases, it's more of, "Oh, you have a girlfriend, this means that this is not going to be something that lasts long." Most ladies will say that. So that's when I say, that's the transaction right there, to say, okay, he has a girlfriend, obviously it's just going
That's
to
when I
be
say,
this and that, fun,
that's the
juicy.
transaction right
But
there. To say, okay,
in
he's a
terms
girlfriend,
of
obviously,
if
it's
she
just going to
cheats
be
on
like
me, I know she'll be leaving.
okay, first of all, I hope your girlfriend is not listening to this one. Secondly,
Hey.
Slim, do you think KG doesn't love his girlfriend for cheating on her? Would you say that now? Because here he is telling you, I do love my girl. We've been together for 6 years, but every now and then I get snacks.
Yeah, because he's not satisfied. That's what I said.
Not satisfied with what? Listen, man.
With what you got,
Here's the
you want
thing.
more.
I'm not cheating
Because
on my girlfriend. How do I put this? I'll put it in the simplest way ever, right? My relationship, I would say, if I would say settled, my relationship is in your settled down state or stage. However, being a
you
man,
settle
I
down.
think still goes with oh, sorry about that, guys. I'm not well this week. So that still goes with, going out there and doing other things, right? Which is why if we look at it with an eye that it's okay, a man can have like multiple women. But a woman cannot have multiple men because remember, with women, it's mostly emotional. They invest a lot emotionally, right? So with us, it's just like that 20 seconds of pleasure and then I'm good. So that's why I'm saying for me, it's different based on which generation we're going to be looking at it from, and most also because of how I would say we are normalizing how do I put this? We're normalizing weird behavior and say that it's transactions between men and women because you cannot settle for less and all that. But personally, I think, we just, guys, I'll be back. I'll be back.
Okay, so he'll be back. I hope his girlfriend is not listening. Slim, Star, by the way, you're welcome. Slim, do you think this KG doesn't love his girlfriend?
No, like I said, maybe he's not satisfied. You still want more, you see, because people cheat for different reasons. But once I witness it, like as a guy, né, once you get used to such, there's no going back. For example, like growing up, if you used to multiple women, it's gonna be hard for you to settle down because of you already have the type of relationship that works for you, which is multiple women. You see, so when you find a single woman, you will not always problems outside when you see somebody, or it's gonna take a lot of discipline for you to change. So man, I don't know, man, because we cheat for different reasons and stuff like that. But then again, you're not satisfied. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so but I'm curious about that your point that says that a woman who cheats on his wife or girlfriend or partner does not love her. That's what I'm thinking. That's when you say if I
Yeah,
cheat on my girlfriend, does that mean I don't love my girlfriend if I cheat on my girlfriend?
yeah, you don't love your girlfriend.
Yeah, can I try? Can I try?
Please, Star, welcome.
Look, I don't think cheating on someone is about loving them less or loving them more. You are simply doing something else on the other side. Doesn't mean I don't love my woman or wife. No, I love them dearly. It's just that that lust is having me by the washing. And I want to know from Kahiso, how old are you, my brother? You don't have to give me the actual age. You can just give me a bracket.
I'm sorry about that. I'm in a place where it's not easy to have conversations like this. Now I'm in my 30s, bro. I'm in my 30s.
Early, early 30s, or you just entered 30?
Let me not say I didn't. Nah, let me say going for mid.
Mid 30s, 35. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
let me
okay.
go say going for mid.
Yeah. Look, my brother, I won't lie to you. Um, I think you are still, but you are going to outgrow it at the end of the day. I think you just still want to have your fun. Maybe in your mind you are still young. I don't know. But at some point, you're not cheating because you don't love these people. You are cheating because that's what you want to do. That's what you like to do. But you need to be also be aware that while you are hurting other kids, those kids are going to hurt other people because of you. Because
Uh, you know,
women love differently from men. That's a fact. Women love, and especially because they are going to give you the most valuable prize, which is between their legs. And if you break that trust, she's going to be affected for the rest of her life. And
no,
Slim,
that's the thing though. That's the thing though, because I was it's Rooibos is fine. Back. Thank you. So the thing is, I wasn't always like this, you know, but that's why I'm saying it mostly one for me. I'm defined by where I'm from or what I've been through. I'm not going to speak for other people. Look, I used to be in a committed relationship for 9 years, was about to get married and all that. And I'm talking, everything settled, right? And then out of the blue, the person wakes up and then ghosts me. And when I say ghost, it means now WhatsApp, Facebook, you name it, she blocked me there. And mind you, I have invested a lot. I don't care about money. But if there's one thing that I always say to people is you cannot recycle time. I've invested 9 years in this, right? The
My
money that I
brother.
see, well, I can. So when I met somebody new who happens to be my current girlfriend, already I had already started building walls around me to say I want to be safe.
Also, you know the problem. So, my brother, let's before you go even further. Um, she didn't just wake up and block you everywhere. I'm sure you saw the signs. I'm sure there were conversations in between. I'm sure she was worried about something or frustrated about something, and maybe you guys didn't find each other, and then she decided to do what she did, which left you in a spinner round world type thing. You were hurt, you were disappointed, heartbroken, maybe. We don't know. And it has made you to be who you are today because you have basically you are operating from trauma, right? You are responding to trauma. That's why you are doing what you are doing currently because this behavior that you are doing is based on the 9 years that you've spent with someone and suddenly she just left everything. But if we can go back to that relationship, we'd find that there were problems from both ends. I'm not saying that you were wrong. I'm sure she did something wrong, but you guys couldn't find each other and you couldn't sit down and iron it out so that you can have a better way of dealing with issues. Um, and now you have this trauma that you've moved with to the next relationship, and your walls are very high. And this person that you are with doesn't. I'm sure she doesn't even know that you have these issues that you are dealing with silently. And then the day she's going to start showing you the signs that the other one showed you, you are going to
I'm
move
ghost.
quickly, you know?
I'm ghost.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is that even if the signs are there, but it doesn't actually mean that's what she's doing, you are going to decide very quickly without actually trying to find out what's going on. And look, man, I understand where you are. You are just operating from hurt. That's it. There is no better person between you and that lady that did that to you. You guys were part of the problem and you couldn't find each other to talk it out and iron it out because there's no way someone can just wake up and decide to block you. You might have seen the signs, there might have been fights about it, certain things that happened for it to lead to that level. I don't know the full story, but I'm sure there's a second story, which this side we are listening from you, and there's another side that we're not hearing currently right now.
Yeah. No, I get it. So that's why I'm not being defensive with it. But I'm still saying that for me, it's the walls. I've built these walls whereby I feel they'll keep me safe.
So let me ask,
So
does this new person that you are dealing with know about these walls that you've built up?
yeah, she does actually. Um, we've tried things, to try and work it out, but
So, so what's
I'm
the
still I'm still I'm still me at the end of the day, and
okay?
it's
So,
not
what is your
just easy to.
intention about this lady? What are your intentions about this lady?
Actually, this one is the one. I want to get married to this one.
Does she know that she's not the one?
What do you mean, not the one?
You said she's not the one.
No, I want to get married to this one. She's the one. I want to
Oh,
get
this
married to
one.
her.
Oh,
Yes,
so
I
you are
want to get with
intentional
you.
about her.
Yes.
So yeah, you need to understand one thing. If you are going to be a man that's going to be married to this one, and you still want to have other women in your life, you have to talk to her about it. You have to tell her that you are in a state where you still want to entertain other women while you are with her, and let her make her own decision.
I would never do that. I'm not going to lie with regards to that. I know most of the time, especially those who know me, I act nonchalant in everything, but I'm not going to try and ruin what I have with her.
Okay,
It's
so
not perfect.
what happened in the 9 years that has passed is going to happen again if you are not truthful to yourself first. Because if you want to entertain multiple women and this is what you want for yourself, she has to understand it. She has to say, okay, I won't stand for this, or okay, we can try it together. You know,
Nah, bro.
Well,
she
Nah,
cannot.
he's afraid. He's
the
afraid.
nine the 9 years, honestly speaking, I'm going to say um, I took a while to grow, both financially and I'd say
Mm.
I would look at financially and both psychologically. I took a while to grow because when I met her already, I was in my 20s, but then didn't have, I wasn't where I am right now, right?
My
So I'm going
brother,
to put that, I'm going
my
to put
brother,
that on,
my
yeah.
brother, don't marry that woman. You are not ready to marry that woman yet. I'm telling you, my
Marrying that
brother,
one. I was sending you
you
an
are going to
invite.
hurt her feelings. Let me tell you what's going to happen. The same thing that
Who?
happened in 9 years is going to happen again, and you are going to hurt someone's feelings again and
Nah,
leave
bro.
them in
Don't,
trouble.
nah, bro. Nah, bro.
Nah,
Listen
I'm
to
man.
telling
me.
you.
Listen to
Nah,
I'm
me.
telling
man.
you.
Listen to
See, the
me.
thing is,
tolerating this one.
you see, the problem is that you haven't dealt with the problems that happened in the
Yeah,
last
yeah.
relationship. That's why
I
you still
have.
have walls that are high.
I,
No, you
No,
still
I,
like
have
you
walls.
haven't, like hence why
now,
you're
Oh
saying that
shit.
to us,
My
like
guy,
you
you
were
said you had
saying
walls
that
up
to us,
high.
like
One at
You
a
said,
time, guys. One at a time.
okay, let me say this one thing and then I'll be silent. You said you still have your walls very high up. This means you are still in that situation of not trusting anyone currently because you still have your walls up very high. It's going to take you time for you to start destroying this wall down, right? But for now,
yes.
you are still having your walls very high. This only means that you haven't dealt with what happened to you in the previous relationship, and now you are
Facts.
in a new one.
Which is wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong,
So
bro.
now
That's
I think, be as it may sound like that, but um, the walls that I've built, I'm comfortable with her around, bro. So I'm going to like try my level best to make sure this works,
I
because
understand.
yes, and there's other things that I can't mention on the life that actually contributed to me making sure, wanting to make sure that
Right, she
she's the
gave you
one that
money. We
I
understand.
stay
She
with
gave you
and all
money.
that.
We understand, bro. You don't have to
so
say it,
guys,
but
do
she
you,
gave
do you
you money.
trust her?
No, I don't.
You
You
see,
see,
you
that's the
see,
I ain't
problem.
gonna lie, bro. You can still have a happily marriage without trusting her. You know that. You don't have
no,
to
no,
trust her.
Gains.
You
This
know
is
that.
okay. Wait, Kagiso, wait, kancane, ne? Gains. This is where the problem is at.
You don't
While
have to
he's still
trust a
trying to,
woman.
yeah, wait. While he's still trying to figure out things, there's another
Yeah.
person that's in the relationship that is
Oh,
expecting this man to behave. Wait, let me explain myself. So in every relationship, there are duties and responsibilities and expectations, right? And while this woman is expecting this man to do one, two, and three, and he's too insecure about it because it comes from not trusting women in general, he's not going to do it, and that may cause a problem in that relationship.
okay, bro. That me and him's the same. Bro, I
Yeah,
got
but you
back with
guys
a
need to
girl
heal,
three
guys.
times.
You need
Hold
to
up, hear me
heal.
out. I got back with a girl, got had an abortion on me. Ain't telling me nothing. I got back with her. Third time. Is a charm.
Yeah,
Let you
good
know.
luck. Good luck with that one, my brother. So
Yeah, bro. Thank you
yeah,
for that, bro.
yeah.
No,
So the
in
problem
there.
here,
Comes
the
there.
problem here is that what you're not realizing is this one is that the same cycle is still going to happen. It's,
Yeah, but
it's
the difference is hold up, hold up, hold up. The difference is mentality. So are you
what do you
saying that the
mean?
same mentality is going through it on each time? Is that what you're saying? It's the same mentality each time.
No, 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 no. That's what Messi said. So guys, so like for me,
Basically,
like
this means that the problem is not with the girl I'm going to be with. The
Facts?
problem is still with me. I need to work on me before I can think of,
Nah, bro.
passing out
I'll be honest,
somebody
bro. You're
else.
a bitch ass nigga, bro. Of what you think. You're a bitch ass nigga.
Yo,
Straight up.
yo,
No
yo,
disrespect, bro. No
bro.
disrespect.
I don't know where
I'm
you
bigger with
think
the
you
style.
from
You say
with
what?
this slick Rick wanna be pimp. But watch it,
Okay.
bro.
Now
Don't
you're
talk to me
coming at
like
me.
that.
That's a
Watch it.
personal attack, right? That's a personal attack. I didn't start with personal attacks. I was just like, what you said, that was a bitch ass move. I said a bitch ass move. Nobody said anything about it being a bitch ass move. Bro trying to be slick with it. I was waiting for him to say that's a bitch ass move because I know it's a bitch ass move, right? But
Bro,
I
no,
know the
don't say
intent
this.
on it.
This
Bro, I'm
the
telling
first
you.
person to be Cat Williams, bro.
You say
You
what?
ain't the first.
Wait,
Dumbass nigga.
wait.
Hold
Before
up.
you guys, before wait, guys.
Hold
Before you fight
up.
about, before you
Nobody's
fight
about to
about,
fight, bro.
no,
I
no,
don't
no.
fight with
Wait,
niggas.
it's it's gonna go off the rails
They're
if we
weaker
don't
than me,
tell it.
though.
Listen, can I
Yeah.
just say this one thing? Gains. This is what's
Yeah,
going
bro.
on right
Yeah,
now.
speak, bro. Speak, bro. Speak. Go ahead.
So you, Kagiso, you were supposed to take time away from women in general, or rather play with those ones that want to play. You know those ones that want to just play.
Let me guess, you skipped that move, right? You skipped it.
Yeah, so that you don't take someone that is willing to settle down with you, and later on find out that and later you realize that she's not the one for you. You see,
I ain't
that's where
gonna
the
lie,
struggle
bro.
is.
That's
So
some.
you,
That's
I, there's a feedback. Gaines, can you please mute my brother? Thank you. So my point is this one: if you are going to entertain these women, and you're still not secure about yourself, not even about her, right? If she does anything, it's going to set your alarms. If she says to you, "I'm going out with my friends," and you call, and she doesn't pick up the phone, the next thing you are angry, and you're thinking that she's doing the worst because of what happened previously in the other relationship. This is what the problem
facts.
is.
Facts.
So that's
Facts.
why I'm saying he needs to rather deal with his situation first before he finds himself in another committed relationship. Rather
Facts,
have,
bro.
yeah, I mean, it's that
Yeah.
simple.
Nah, bro. I ain't gonna lie. What are you drinking, bro? Why you spitting so much facts? Like right now. Like, what are you
I think
sipping
it
on?
comes with growing up. And
Huh.
another thing is that I'm glad that Glow is here, to watch men holding each other accountable. I'm glad she's here to see the accountableness happening.
I ain't gonna lie. Why are you throwing shade and using me and that, bro? Don't
I'm
do
not throwing
that,
shade.
bro.
She knows. She knows.
Nah.
Glow knows.
Basically, what
Glow.
he's trying to say is, I'm glad that there's a woman here to see how men take accountability because most women don't take accountability. So this is how it's done. That's basically
No,
what
no,
this
no.
nigga is saying. Oh, am I
No, no,
wrong?
no. Let me explain it. So, Glow and other women that always come to this live, they always say we men don't hold each other accountable. And before she came on the live,
Oh,
before she came on the live, I think she was listening to us holding this man accountable. So, and she joined in. I was like, oh, good. Glow is here to actually witness this.
yeah. I ain't gonna lie. That was a bitch ass move from him, though. But I ain't gonna lie. You guys were giving him some real advice, though, and it looks like he's not gonna take it the same way that I don't give a fuck. I ain't taking your advice, bro. Are you doing better than me in life, though? That's my question, straight up. If you are
Nah,
doing
man,
better than me in life, I will take your advice and die in the fire. That, yeah,
I don't know what you mean by doing better in life.
yeah,
You can
yeah.
even take an advice that can help you become a billionaire from a homeless man. This is life. You
I
can
ain't gonna
never know.
lie. I ain't gonna lie though. Mention a name that happened to. I know I seen the in the movie, but mention the name though that an advisor turned someone into a billionaire, and they are now
Um,
suing him for that. Yeah, because I don't know. I want to
who's this
know. I'm
guy?
gonna search it right now, bro. What's his name? Yeah, I got internet,
Yeah, I'm
so
trying
let's
to
do it.
think about it.
Yeah,
Who's this
bro,
guy?
let's do it. Yeah, because I haven't heard of that ever.
Yeah, no, I'm
Um,
just look, my brother. I'm not
oh,
saying
were you
that.
making an example, or were you saying that this is
Wait,
something that
let's
happens?
look. I won't lie to you and say I've watched this thing happen
I
in
hate
real life,
liars, bro. I'll be honest,
right?
bro. I
It's
hate
fine,
liars.
but
Yeah.
it's a good thing to say to other people.
Oh
It's a
my
it's a it's a
God, bro.
it's a good way of thinking about
Yeah,
life.
I got you. I got you. I got you. I'll tell you another good thing to say to people is, you know what? The person that died in your family, he's going to heaven. That's a good thing to say. Even though he was a killer or a demon, he was King Von himself. But we're still saying now he's going to heaven. That's a good thing to say, right? Just to the family, just so they can feel right. Or am I wrong?
Yeah.
Ah,
I
so
mean,
that's what
look,
you're
my
doing.
brother, this is what I'm trying to say. At the end
Yeah,
of
I
the
got you.
day,
Nah, I got you. I got
you,
you, bro.
you,
I got you.
yeah,
Like that.
I think at the end of the day, if you are from a traumatic experience, it is best to deal with those demons before you find yourself in another situation that is potentially can make you or make your situation even worse, or you can even lash out on that other person to a point that you even unalive them
But I
because you
tell you
didn't
one
deal
thing
with the
though,
last one.
we don't lie, bro. We don't say like, bro, it's good to be that person, even though we know, like, bro, we're just speaking out our ass. Right now, we're just speaking just because it's politically correct or it's right to say. So I'm gonna say this. We don't do that, bro.
Yeah, look, there's reality and then there's fiction, right?
Yeah,
However, it is
and that
it,
was
it is
fiction.
always it is based on observation. We
Hmm.
understand that trauma
Facts.
destroys. We understand one thing, that trauma will always destroy
I
every
ain't gonna
time.
lie though. Do you have any trauma? Like, do you have your mom and dad in your life right now?
Yeah, I have my own issues. I have my own demons that I'm
Nah, but
dealing
I
with. In
never heard
fact,
any of yours though. It seems like you have everything
no, no,
together.
I don't have women problems currently. I don't
Nah,
have
nah,
that.
nah, nah. Not women problems. Like, it seems like you have life all figured out.
No, no, no. I don't have. I understand how life has to be like. I'm still
Mhm.
doing my own thing, still going through. So the reason why we are talking about this is because there's a
Yeah.
topic on the board.
Of course.
I'm
Yeah.
not. We're
I
not
see it.
talking about this because
Ah.
it's what I wanted to speak about.
Yeah.
Unless if the board said, "What is your traumatic experience?" and we could be diverging into that more. But because we are talking about relationships and how, and
Yeah.
fortunately enough, we found a man that has said that he's
Yeah.
dealing with multiple women, and he has a
Uh
woman that
huh.
he's trying to marry, but he comes from a traumatic experience. And also, he said in the 9 years
Yeah.
that he dated this girl, she just blocked him from nowhere. That is a lie on its own. There's no one that can wake up and just decide to block you if
Cap.
they are madly in love with you.
Yeah, but let me explain
That,
that
that's
thing. I can explain that simply, bro. Like, I'm sure you know the answer, and I don't know why you didn't explain that to the guy too. Like, bro, women search for happiness. If you don't make a woman happy anymore, bro, you're out the door, and you won't even know. You will only know the day she tells you, I don't like this anymore, and we have to leave. We have to break up. That's the time you know. It's facts, bro. And now you
yeah,
start your breakup process. But she already broke up before that already. She just told you on that day. And now you start as a guy. Now you start your breakup process. Oh, she broke up with me. We are breaking up. Okay, this is what's happening. This is for real. She already did it months before. She already clocked out because of what you did. Like,
yeah.
bro,
Look, man.
why are you not
Look,
telling the guy this? Why are you
wait.
keeping this from him?
No, no.
What?
But he left. I get it. We were going to. This is what's happening. We were going to indulge more into his
Real niggas
story.
be noticed.
Yeah. Look, man. All I'm saying is this. Whether she clocked out in the relationship earlier before me, the question is, did she mourn the relationship first? If she didn't and she just moved on to another person, she didn't mourn. Now I'm in the process of mourning this relationship. By the time I'm
Hold
over
up,
and
hold up,
done,
hold
listen,
up. I
wait,
don't
let me get to my
understand. Are you
point.
saying moan or mourn? Which one?
Mourn, like mourn the relationship, like as in being grief,
Oh, grief.
right?
Moan, moan, moan.
Yes,
That sounds
yeah,
like you're saying moan, moan. Moan is
yeah,
talking a
yeah. I'm
lot. You
Zulu,
want to
my
moan
brother.
a
I'm
lot.
Zulu, my brother.
Oh,
So
yeah, no,
yeah,
sorry, brother. But
yeah,
I
yeah.
needed to
So
find. Oh, so so basically you're
yeah,
mourning. You're mourning. Something
yes,
died.
yes,
You're mourning
yes,
something that's gone. Got you,
exactly.
got you,
If
got you, brother.
if if between the two, one has moved on quickly, the other one will go through it. By the time they come out the end of that situation, they are going to become a better person. Well, they
I
should
ain't
be a
gonna
better
lie, the
person.
comments got me fucked up, bro. Can you join though? Hold on, what about UK? I know you're gonna tell me some shit though. Can you join too? And like, give me your handbook because apparently you feel like your hands is working way too much though, and it feels like your hands work. So why do you speak though? Let's see if your voice work. And what about you? What about glow with something? I don't know. I'll be honest, but I will send you a rose because you're booming.
Yes.
Yeah, bro. That's how it works,
Send the
bro. I'm a
rose, my nigga.
gentleman.
Send the
I'm a
rose, my
gentleman, bro. I'll see to that, bro.
nigga.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, Kay, can you join too? With you, nah. They don't speak to me so badly in the comments if you're not willing to have a conversation with me, girl. Why are you being so rude? Who taught you that? Damn, that's bad. But I can promise you one thing, a guy will help you. That was bad,
I'll
but
come
a
back a
guy
bit
will
later. I
help.
have to do something with the kids right now. I'll come back a bit later.
Oh
Sharp.
my God, you got kids.
Yeah.
Nah, bro, that's a W. Now you got some kids. You got unconditional love. W. Nah,
Exactly.
W.
Yeah, but before
W.
before I, before I go, let me just rather address this first topic. between men and women who truly loves unconditionally. I don't think there is anyone that can love another person unconditionally unless it's your own children.
Or your
We
mom.
all have we all have conditions and
What about your
expectations. If they are not,
mother? You say your
wait,
mother
let
doesn't
me
love you unconditionally, brother. Sorry.
wait, brother. So my point here is this one. Again, we are talking based on relationships, so that's why I didn't mention my mother. But between men and women in a relationship, I
Fact.
cannot love someone else unconditionally. There's going to be conditions. There has to be expectations and boundaries and all these other things. And when feelings are hurt, people move away.
Cap though.
I'm
I just
telling
want to
you.
cap on that. Hold up. I just want to cap on that though. Hold up. I just want to cap on that and don't leave right now. I know you gotta deal with the kids and stuff, but you can mute yourself and do that and listen to what we're doing. Put
Good
some
evening,
headphones,
everyone.
earphones. Oh shit.
Excel Tifere?
Jaferi Johnny.
Nati
What's up,
Matala,
CG? What's up, Gaines? What's up, Mr. Ancient? I'm Mr. Ancient.
What's up, bro?
I'm good, and
OG?
you?
OG? Good,
I'm
bro.
good,
Good, bro.
yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. You sound like Unc right here. Hold up. That's not a joke. I respect. That is a
You
form of
saying?
respect. Well, why you laughing, bro? That's a form of respect, bro.
All right. Nah, you won't take offense. I know it. Yeah, you were still explaining, my guy, before I did.
Yeah, nah, it wasn't me, bro. It was Broski.
Oh, okay.
Did he leave? Yeah, did he leave?
Oh, look at that. Glow on the
I
pen.
think he left. No, I think he left though. But yeah, you're right though. Chloe didn't say anything, bro. She's just been peeping game.
Ah, what a
I,
man can do, a woman can do better.
you say
This
what? What a
statement,
man can do, a woman can do better.
no, I'm
Are you
reading the
really?
board.
Yeah. I was like, damn, this nigga said that.
I'm reading the board.
Bro, you aren't, bro. Everything you say, I believe. I'm going to be honest, bro. I'll be
Yeah?
honest. If an OG speaks, bro, it
Yes?
takes a real nigga to listen and understand that they're not just speaking, bro. They are preaching and giving you the game. So if you don't listen, that's a you problem. Bro,
Well,
even if they're talking shit, bro. If you don't take anything out of, if you don't take some point out of what they said,
yeah,
bro, you a dumbass nigga, bro. I ain't gonna lie. When Ang speak, I listen.
yes.
Yeah, you were saying, bro.
I was saying that what a man can do, a woman can do better. Is this statement becoming truer than ever? The answer is no.
Nah, I would actually disagree, Ang. But now, why you say no though? Like, why I would disagree is because I would be like, at this point in time, women can do everything that men can do, other than making children without a man, right? But they can do everything despite, right? Women have all the same rights as men right now, right? They can do everything that you can do and even better if they wanted to, right? They can climb the corporate ladder faster than you can just because they are a woman.
I disagree.
Oh,
Oh, yes. No. Actually, you're right. They can climb the
oh,
ladder.
yeah. Oh, but okay.
Yeah, actually, you are right.
I know I'm right, but you said you
Right.
disagree, then okay, you backtrack that statement. Like, yeah, I mean, the companies have a quota, right? Don't you think? Where we have to have a certain amount of women in a certain position and a certain amount of men. And if
Yes, they
you
do.
have a job right now, you would know how many women are in this position compared to how many men are in the same position, or how
Well,
many the same gets promoted, how many women gets promoted compared to how many men get promoted at the same time. Am I lying? Am I making this up?
well, if you look at the corporate space, right,
There we go. We are speaking about corporate. Yes,
you'll see that we have a few men
exactly.
occupying high positions and many women occupying lower positions.
Not
Good
lower,
evening,
but
gentlemen.
low. Oh shit.
Good evening,
Good
founder.
evening.
How are you guys? And
We are good, and
lady.
you?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. That's way too formal. Can we do it like casual? Like, hey, bro, the founder of something. Can we do it like formal, bro? Like, I'm not wearing suit and ties with you.
No, I know. You know the white collar dude. You a purple collar man. Yeah.
I ain't
You
gonna
know,
lie, bro. That wasn't even funny, bro. Because I got your joke, and it seems like I'm the only one that got it. So I'm purple. So I'm basically
nah. Only real
LGBTQ.
G's know it.
Hold up. So
Only
you said
real
I'm
G's.
LGBTQ for everyone in the comments. So you said I'm purple. LGBTQ. Is
Oh,
that what you
come
meant?
on, bruh. You don't see it. You don't see it. Listen. Your profile picture is a pimp named Slickback. The purple collar industry is the pimp industry. You're
I
slow,
didn't
man.
want to say that, bro. I
Ah,
wanted to
man,
catch
come
you on
on.
something. Why would you be that way, though? Nah,
Ah,
bro.
come
Nobody did
on.
that, bro. Nobody did that. But yes, I know a lot of things is what he's trying to say. I didn't want to be that person. Why would you be that person, bro? But anyway.
You know, I've always wanted to meet a person named Tom, so I can say, Mister, can I call you Tom?
I ain't gonna lie, I met one and I told him the same thing, bro. Which is, um, bitch
Chronic
dependency. Nah,
dependency
nah.
is
Bitch
a
dependency is a
yeah.
disease, Tom. Yeah, I said that line, yeah, before. I had to. His name was Tom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry about that, though. Yeah, that was an inside between me and you. But nah, bro, I like you. Yeah, I like you now. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie,
Sure.
bro. No homo. No
No
Diddy.
homo.
No Diddy. It
No,
ain't like that, bro. It ain't like that, bro.
ain't like that. Ain't like that. Ain't
Nah, we
like
ain't
that.
going there. We ain't going there, bro. But yeah, I like you. I like you, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'm about to follow you too if you don't mind, bro. It's not that deep.
Yeah,
But
yeah, 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 yeah,
got you,
yeah.
got you, got you, got you.
Yeah, who's this? Glow with ma'am, how are you? I, I didn't hear you. Is it you and Slim G?
How are you, man?
I'm
Hi,
good.
I'm listening.
Nah, bro, let me
I'm
give you some
greeting you,
game. Nah,
ma'am.
hold up,
Ma'am,
hold
I'm
up, hold
greeting
up,
you. You're not
hold up, bro.
greeting. I
Hold
know
up,
why.
hold up, hold up. Let me give you some game, brother. Let me
He
give you
said
some game, bro.
hi. He
Hold
said
up, hold up,
hi.
hold up, brother. The approach, right? Let me
Oh,
introduce you. Let me introduce you, brother.
okay.
Right? In a
That's a
nutshell.
pimp introducing me
Nah,
then.
hold up, hold up, hold up. Nah,
Is she a working
nah,
lady?
nah, hold up, hold up. This nigga, hold up. Now I'll tell you one thing. This guy knows what he's about to speak about, right? So everyone, I'll tell you one thing: don't underestimate the guy you're about to speak to, right? Um,
Hmm.
Facts, bro. If you know what I'm speaking about, you know. If you don't know, you're gonna learn and find out, right? I'm just being honest, straight up. I tell you one thing: Chloe hasn't been speaking, but she's been listening and listening nicely. I would say we all want to hear what Chloe has to say. I'll be honest; I'm dying to hear what she has to say, right? Facts.
Yeah.
You're the first pimp to take the opinions of a lady.
Hold up. Hold up, hold up. Is that you coming at me? Okay.
I'm
That's
just saying. I'm
nah,
just
you're right
saying.
though. You're right though. You're right
Yeah, that's
though.
not a compliment.
Hold up. You're right though. You're right though. You're right though. But I tell you one thing though. What year do you live in?
What year do I live in?
Uh-huh.
It's 2025, man.
There we go, bro. So stop that shit, bro. When last have you seen a pump slap a woman?
Um,
Nah, bro, that's a serious question, bro. Just to you. Because you asked that question. When last did you see a man slap a woman in the face for talking shit to a man? Straight up, bro. When last? Nah, when
just
last,
last
bro?
week.
Last week. Was
Just
that
last week,
you?
I was in the Free State, and
Uh-huh.
I saw them arguing, and
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
man, yo, the brother whipped out the coldest pimp
Oh
slap
my
I've ever seen.
god,
Backhand,
bro. He slapped the
I could have sworn,
shit.
I could have sworn
This brother used to play tennis or something.
Oh my god, bro. The hand movement and everything.
Flow.
Like shit.
It was art. Art, my brother. Art.
I ain't gonna lie, you sound like you love that shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I don't like seeing women get hurt. I'll be honest, bro.
Me too. Me
Nah,
too. I
I'll
actually
just be
saved
honest. I don't
someone,
like
dude.
that shit. If I see that shit, I'll be honest. It will take a minute for me to get involved. I don't just get involved when I see women in domestic violence situations in public. I don't get involved, bro. Because I'm not their husband or their father or their brother or whatever. So by me getting involved, I am putting myself in the chopping block. Meaning, if this nigga pull out a gun and shoots me dead, and she goes to her, or she goes to his prison sentence and all that shit, bro, I don't even know about it. I'm dead.
I've
You know,
noticed one thing. These abusive guys, they're never single for some odd reason, bro.
bro,
Like,
that's a caption, and you're true. Why would this nigga read a caption? That's a caption.
I
Yes,
didn't read.
it's true.
I
That's a
didn't read the
caption.
caption. I
Yes,
didn't read
they
it.
are never single because they are manipulators, and they do it right. They speak to women how women want to be spoken to, and that's how they get inside with the woman.
Hi guys. Hi. Let's welcome the lady on the panel and allow her to make a submission. Thank you.
Good evening, Georgie.
Hi, Lionel.
Oh my god, god dang.
Man, why'd you put a picture of your grandmother there, man? Come on.
Nah, you got me fucked up, bro. You got me fucked up all the way. Nigga sounds like a real bro that went to the Travis Scott party today, bro. Your voice is gone, bro. You can't tell me you're a woman? A grandma and that? Goddamn, bro. You got me fucked up. All the way.
Are you done?
I didn't mean that. Sorry. I didn't mean that.
Nah, I still want to know, are you done?
Oh, shit.
Oh, damn. Oh,
You
damn.
sound like a man for real. No offense, though.
And you sound like a woman for real, no
No,
offense
that's
though.
fine. That's fine.
God.
That's fine. I've
I'm
never
sorry,
heard
ma'am.
that. That's the
Ma'am,
first time I heard that, though.
can I humbly
Guys,
apologize?
this live is not usually so dramatic and with all the
Oh,
drama
shit.
queens.
Oh,
So
shit.
can you tone it down?
I ain't gonna lie, you need less action,
Is
right?
that a pimp backing out?
I ain't gonna lie. Ah, bro, shut your ass up, bro. I ain't about to get at you.
Okay,
Help
you
me.
had your 5 minutes of fame. Mute your mic now.
Okay, I'll tell you one thing though. Nah, that's rude and disrespectful. Why can't you
And
be
all of the
nice about
above
it?
that you did, is that not disrespectful?
And what was that? We will be listening
I
and
don't think you're a child. I don't think I should educate you, right? You know what you did.
no, but now you
Okay, so
sounding like a child
I'm
though.
gonna
You
speak
heard?
now. Please mute your mic.
No, bro. What's wrong with you, brother? Relax.
Glow,
Again,
please speak to the people
In
that's being
fact, let's
disrespectful.
hear you. Let's hear you. Let's listen.
Georgie, can you make your statement? Hi, Autisha. Hi,
Hi,
Pussy.
Auntie. Hi,
Bro,
everyone
that's for
else. Good
Fanamoko, and I got a
evening.
lot of good comments.
So, what is Glow? Just read out the post for me, please. Sorry, man.
Okay. Between men and women, who truly loves unconditionally? That's the first prompt.
Okay, so I don't think it's gender based. I think it's nature. If it's in you, it's in your nature to love unconditionally.
Facts. I
Oh
agree.
gosh, like a guy, dude, whoever you are, mute your mic.
No, but you just rude though. Why
No
are you
man,
like
no
that?
man, I can't do
Again,
this.
mute your mic. Well, let him make submission, man. Please.
Okay, so I think generally women are more nurturing, but I think it's in your nature to love unconditionally, right? So it doesn't define which sex you are, whether you a male or female. I think it's also got to do with the two people that are involved with each other. You find some people will just not be willing to go the extra mile with you and would want to bail out of the relationship very, like with whatever happens where there's an excuse to bail. Some are in it for the long haul, and no matter what happens between those two people, they'll love each other unconditionally. And I mean, you see these things happen. So yeah, I don't think it's a male or female thing. I think it's a personality thing.
Perfect. Can I get into that though? Because I think you're done, right? Just at one point, what you said.
Wait, Gaines. That's not how
Oh,
it
is it?
works.
Must I take all the notes of everything they're gonna address right now? Is that what you're saying, bruh?
Where's this dude from?
I ain't gonna
Yes,
lie.
that's
Where
what
you
I'm
from
saying.
though? In fact, where your dad from? I want to know that.
Wait, let's not go back and forth. Stop with that. You have to wait for other people to submit, and then you ask the. Okay, he's gone. Okay. Oh my
I
goodness!
am
Wow!
finished.
Wow! 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 Okay. Anyway, Madam Sia, today it's your turn to submit, and then Wendy. I don't know if Auti submitted. I was not paying attention. Mara, Auti,
Yeah,
did you
yeah.
submit? How are you,
Okay.
Sia?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
I graduated from being a Putsia to Malum Sia today.
I see. I see. I
Yeah,
see.
I'm a Malume manje.
If you
And
did, if you change your profile, I wouldn't have known or it's you. I just saw the profile and then I
yeah,
realized, or you upgraded.
I've upgraded to Malum Sia. As Malum Sia, I removed. Look, I removed him because I've got authority, and
Did your sister have like a child or something? Because if you're Malume now, which means your sisters or
no, I've got sisters on TikTok. All of them. You guys are my sisters. You belong to my
yes.
family. You see, I'm sorry that to everyone that didn't like me removing him, but he cannot say to the mother of the house, where is your father from or what? No, 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 no. We're not going to listen to that. Won't allow such. That was, you can talk about everything, leave family out of it, leave people's family out of it. So when he just said that, I realized, Guti, as a
Yeah, you
mom,
were late. You were late. You were late because your patience. Thank you. You don't have patience for him. Like I was just here listening to. I mean, Slim was like on the floor laughing. It was
yeah,
just crazy.
but
Mara, thank you for that.
you don't drag people's families onto lives that, no, 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 unless a person brings that up, but we caution such. But anyway, um, the issue of men and women who truly loves unconditionally, I think, to be honest, and I stand corrected a lot, that I don't think it's possible for women to love unconditionally, um, because women will always want more. Um, they'll always want more. Um, they look for what is next. All right, I see you have provided, but you can do more. I see you love me, but you can do more. And if you can't, naturally, she's going to select the next suitable mate. So that is my take when it comes to that. I don't know if men are also capable of loving unconditionally. I believe men come with a condition. Maybe it's a condition of support. So for an example, I love you, but if you're going to choose this way and decide on going on your own venture, you'll see and come back. But when you come back, I don't know if you'll be accepted as well, because I feel like men do have this approach in life of what is in front of me, and if it's not in front of me, I pay little to no attention to it. So for an example, when you talk about children, the moment a father says to a child, don't drink, don't smoke, and you actually do that, he'll probably disown you. I don't know if you will own you back when you come back, but I honestly think, for example, if a woman and a man and stay and have a long distance relationship or marriage, I believe the man is going to, at some point, because you are not here every day, he's going to do something that you would not define as love. But so I don't know if men are actually capable of unconditional love, but I know women can't give unconditional love. I don't know if you want me to answer all the other questions, Chloe, but yeah, that's just me.
No, let's just stick to that one. I still
Okay.
have a question for you, Mara. Let's
Um,
just go to the other people. I'll just note it down and then I'll ask you.
sure.
Who came here first? Who came here first? Is it Rika? Wendy.
Yeah.
Wendy, please submit to the first prompt. Hi, Wendy.
Hi guys. Hi Chloe,
Hi.
thank you.
Mm.
Um interesting. I when it comes to this, I think naturally men they do like naturally love, and but once a woman is into the relationship, they do love unconditionally, but it's both sides. But naturally, like a man, like his nature, I believe that they love unconditionally, and it depends how the relationship goes, that might disturb that love to be conditionally. But I really think if a man leads with love in a relationship and without any conditions, that relationship goes well if the woman has good intentions with the relationship, because we can't expect a man to continue with that unconditional love of, like, because naturally they love, uh like they're meant to love, and then a woman submit to that love, or that being led in a way that I feel loved, I feel safe, I feel okay, I feel really secure in this relationship. And yeah, I think now it comes in both ways when a woman start to love unconditionally after seeing this unconditional love, because like, yeah. But I think it comes both ways, but depends on how each sees the relationship, I think.
Okay, thank you. Rika. Rika, hi, how are you?
Hi, Dumelang. Hi, everyone.
Tumeda.
You know what? I'm going to be here for a few seconds or a minute or so, because this topic is touching so many of us in so many different ways. And unfortunately, the kind of lifestyle we are trying to live right now, it's really rewriting everything that we coming from. Understand? We having conditions in our relationships. Some of us, we are becoming very brave about that. Some of us, we are becoming submissive about it, and we're not really telling the truth to people to say, I'm a submissive wife, and if he says I cannot breathe or walk 5 meters away from the house, I will do so. We're just painting a different picture to the next individual. Where I come from and how we grow up, it's a generational thing. Unfortunately, you can't compare the 80s, the 70s, and the 90s together and want to come up with the same result. The result will be different. People differs as time goes by, as systems and technologies develops. But the reality is, when it comes to the love language, it shifts by 1% or none. We are just afraid to admit horror. It's 0.00% shifting. We want to paint it as if that if he comes home at 2200 hours while he was supposed to be here 2 hours late before, I will pack my things and leave. Yes, we do leave, but what happens to us? We leave, we go and now submit to someone else's partner. You live your peaceful life where a next person will be told, horror, there's this kind of individual in my life. Don't talk, don't call, don't text, don't do this. And then you go into the same situation that you left. Now you're no longer a priority to that person. If I happen to get very sick at 3 a.m. in the morning, I won't be able to call him because umamkhulu ukhona. But I left my mamkhulu situation at my own pace to go and endure someone else's mamkhulu's pain. You understand? So in a very simple, peaceful way, I would say, women, we need to go back and ask our mothers why they stayed. Because from my own personal perspective is, my mom has been mamkhulu for the longest time. My dad had kids that we love each other so much for the longest time. But imagine the situation where she had to leave my dad and go and ready step kids, just someone else who would not even treat us the way our dad did. As much as we can sit here and say, if he cheats, I leave, or if she cheats, I leave, we are going to face even more difficult challenges in front of us. As a mother to a girl child, a single mother to a girl child, I decided, horror, I would not commit to any man as long as I feel that my child is not safe around him, around her. I would not commit to that man because I wouldn't want to deal with the aftermath. Either I raise her up and swallow my pride and say, my happiness now, it's no longer important. As a parent, that's unfortunately the kind of decision you have to make. Your happiness would not even matter when it comes to your kids' happiness. But there are some individuals that would prioritize their happiness throughout their children. We are not judging. We are just saying, horror, we differ from one person to the other. But the bottom line is, if it's a situation that you can work out, or it's a workable situation, work through it. Because what's the point of you leaving your partner and going being with someone else's partner where you are no longer even a priority? you are being told you have now the terms and condition. You're no longer even happy, and you thought you're gonna be happy in it. So it has to be a personal decision. It's like when a man comes and say, I wanna pay lobola, and your family says no. The family background, they look very cheap. Yes, they do, but I love the man. I wanna marry him, with or without. You understand? It has to be too personal to a point that it doesn't have to come back to you to torture you, but it has to come back to you to say, I made this decision and I'm living with it. Thank you.
Thank you, Rika. Thank you for your submission. What was my question to Butsia? Okay, now you can rebuttal, but let me ask the question to Butsia before I forget. My question was, you said that men love.
I'm listening.
You said women can't love unconditionally. I heard you right?
Yes.
Okay. Mara, I wanna ask you this. Between a man and a woman, right? Who is more likely to stay in an abusive, in a cheating relationship? Who is more likely to train in that
Men.
relationship?
Men.
Men.
Yes.
Hi, Butsia. Okay, fine.
You
Why do
see,
you say
this.
why do you say men then?
Why
Because
do I say
I beg to differ on that.
okay,
That
sure?
women are more likely to stay in a toxic relationship. They are more likely to forgive when a man cheats and stay in that relationship. They are more willing to stay in a relationship that doesn't benefit them for the sake of the children.
It's funny how that a comedian asked this question. I forgot who the comedian is. I think it was I'll remember his name. It's not Chris Tucker. It's someone that asked, between men and women, who lies the most? And men lie, women tell the biggest lie. Here's one thing that is true. You will have to, I stand corrected, Chloe. One, men will cheat, but women will find out. Women will cheat, but the man will probably never find out. And even worse, raise a child that does not belong to him. So for me, that is why I am saying this, that women literally can lie to your face and you can believe it. A man can't. The moment a man does something, you will automatically see that something is up. His attention has totally shifted. He becomes something totally different. Whether he becomes more jolly or more distant, but you automatically see that there is something wrong with my man. And if you trace it, you probably. But here's the thing: men will get cheated on, and if the public does not know, he is okay. There are a lot of men that have been cheated on. A lot. They know that they're raising children that don't belong to them, simply because their sisters have even gone to prophets and traditional healers to ask questions like, hey, is really this child ours? And they go to the brother and tell them, hey, this child is not theirs. But these men still stay. As long as his friends have not found out. It is only when the issue becomes public that the man will decide, I am leaving. Because now people know he feels his ego is bruised, his manlyhood is, hey, he jazz. But once that, honestly speaking, a lot of men get cheated on. And they stick it out as long as people don't find out. Not even once. Over and over again. This thing of you saying, boys will always be boys, and some men are boys. And honestly speaking, when they're with their friends and whatnot, technically the last thing on their mind, and when I say the last thing on their mind is women, I mean at 4 o'clock when it's time to go, it's a woman on their mind. Because, oh no, usually they are out having fun with gents, talking about things, doing things they're not supposed to be doing. But the last thing on their mind, coming from me and the groups that I have been in, maybe when I was younger, yes, Miss Pumela Mantombazan. Once I hit early 25s going that way, chief, that's the last thing on my mind. We couldn't care less. We just want to go out, drink a Macallan. We want to go out and drink whatever the case may be, and enjoy time together, build memories, fight after, and so on. But Chloe, all I'm trying to say is I feel like men stick it out more than women do. If conditions are no longer favorable for a woman will leave.
No, Marasia, you tiptoed around. Like, okay, you said if people don't know, men will stay. Okay, agreed. But which means it's conditional. With women, even if people know, she will stay. So when you say condition, like if the conditions are not favorable, yes, I agree. But it's women are more attached. We have to be honest. Women are more attached, too attached, especially if they love you, they will be so attached to you that they won't see anything wrong. Like I have had friends that we would see gore, this man is playing you. And she would see that. But because women, when they're in love, they tend to not see anything wrong with the person that they're with. They tend to give them a pass. That's why I'm saying, gore, if a woman loves you, they tend to lean into giving men passes and just loving them unconditionally. Whatever they do, they don't see anything wrong with it. What else to say with men? Men are attentive. If you do something to them, if you cheat on them, I don't think, even if they stay, I don't think they love you the same, to be honest. I don't think it's the same as women, where women are just gonna be nonchalant about it and be like, that's my man, that's my man. But with men, even if he's there, I don't think he's there with you.
Okay.
He's just there to replace you slowly but surely.
My last rebuttal with you is that personally, I don't put women on any pedestal. Think it will never happen. And it's just unfortunate that a lot of things have happened. There's no time for me for you to tell me I must go heal, go see a therapist. I don't have that time. Life goes on. And let it be. I'm done. I can be in a relationship, can explore it for what it is, and but at the end of the day, I'm there because it must be. But for me, there's no emotions and what and what. It's just I'm gonna stick whatever I choose out. It's fine. Let's move on because of previous relationships, because of the change that I think my mother played in me viewing women in that manner. It comes from me seeing a lot of things that are happening around us that are similar to whatever has gone on. So I don't have this time for healing. I believe in love. I believe I will find it. I believe I might have it. And I'm going to explore it to what it is. And when it ends, I'm not going to wait and say there's time for breaks and what. No, I'm going to get into the next one because I believe I am a person that does well in a relationship. I am a person that believes that I deserve a companion. I know I am a good boyfriend that will one day make a good father and husband to someone. So I'm going to give that full attention. But when it comes to the issue of you saying, woman, ngibeki lapho mama, ngingabheda nje phela. And into ekhona ukuthi you cannot honestly make me believe it's women can love unconditionally. You cannot make me believe ukuthi women stick it out. Nah, it's not in their nature. That's just me.
Okay, but it's fine. But history would disagree with you. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Let's anyone with a question and rebuttal, and then we'll. It's Kanya now. Okay. Anyone with a rebuttal to whatever questions that you have, and then we're gonna give it to Kanya to submit. She just entered the chat. If there's no questions, then Kanya, between men and women, who truly loves unconditionally?
I think she has network problems. Yeah, I thought as much because her profile was not showing.
Okay, then we will move on to the next question. Is this where are we? What a man can do, a woman can do better. I don't know. I already hear Sia's answer in my head, and I want to start. So I'm gonna start
No,
with. No, I already know your
I got in
answer.
trouble this morning, bro. To be honest, guys, there are people that might come here for me for things I said on a different live. So yeah, I'm just letting you know, guys. When that happens, it happens. And I'm going to answer this question in that manner, the very same one I started off with this morning. But give a person to answer. I'll answer. Don't worry. I'll wait my turn.
Okay, Ajax. Hi, how are you? Welcome.
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. Start with the prompt in the first prompt, and then the second prompt, and then Georgie, you're gonna answer the second prompt, and then Umalume, and then Rika, like that.
I'm not quite sure because I think I got the topic midway. But was it you who said something about history? History proves otherwise, or so that's when I got in. So I did not quite follow what happened before.
No, that was just a discussion I was having with. I was just saying history will prove him wrong. Or it was just a little submission. There was nothing to go back and forth with. But if you want me to explain, I just meant
Yes,
gore.
yes.
He's back in the day they used to say gore women batshara thipa ka bogale. I don't know if you know.
No,
A
I know,
bit.
babe.
Yes, that means gore they stick it out. They have to stick it out, and they do. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
No, that's just
Okay,
what I
that's
meant.
fine.
Yeah, that's what I meant. You can submit to the first thing. If you don't want to submit or you want to ask a question to anyone, you can ask so we can move on.
Well, okay. Between men and women, who truly loves unconditionally? Well, love, ne? I think men do. That's why they initiate this thing. They bankroll it. They give it their blood, their sweat, and their tears, and they want to see this thing successful by all means necessary. So I think they are the ones that are very unconditional, very generous, and go above and beyond for the success of this unit, this family that they want to build. And it's very, they ask for very little and not much per se, well, in my opinion. And I check also the divorce rate in SA and globally. More than 70% of the ones that initiate it are always women. So I think the Mbogoto narrative, the Batshwara Thipa ka Bagaleng, it was just something that was put out there, which is not really backed up by the reality. because in reality they check out of these things quicker than anyone else. So it can't. Well, what they say, I don't know in what sense, but based on stats, that can be true. That doesn't happen.
Okay, but let me ask you this. Would you say the reason why you chase is not because you want to make this work in the first place? You want to smash. That's why you are putting blood, sweat, and tears when you are chasing.
No, no. You see, coitus is the easiest thing to get.
Mm.
Easily the easiest thing to get. It's not that difficult.
If
Well, in my opinion, you it's very easy, man. It's very that's if you just want that and only that. There are easier ways to get that thing, as a transaction. Easy, 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 easy. You can ask guys that groove, Friday, Saturday. Like that's the easiest thing to get. So, but when I am serious and I'm pursuing it, there's a potential I see in something very lifelong that I want for that thing to outlive me. So when I do that, and it's definitely for keeps and not for well, not to smash, if I can use your words. We I don't think we do that for that. It's not in us like this. Well, okay, let me confess. By the way, this is not me, right? As a disclaimer, before I get myself in trouble. Well, there are women who want to build with, and then there are others based on conduct and behavior. They are in this category called recreational. So any man that is serious about what they want to do, bloodline, cinema, and whatnot, they know where to go. And then there's this other, like the ones, if you say men just wanna smash, no, 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 I don't think that's really who we are and what we want to do. But those are just, I think, biological inclinations which I think women are weaponizing, and they how do I put it, they want to gatekeep access to the very thing that they also love, and it's made to look like it's the highest reward that you can ever get. Okay, it's fine. I think let me pack it here before I just go on and on and on.
okay, okay. So
Thunder
so
boy.
so
Yeah, Thunder boy. Thunder
so
boy.
so
Love you.
okay. So you're basically saying women shouldn't gatekeep it because it's not the highest thing. It's not the highest value that a woman has, right?
Well, well. How I see it,
It's fine.
it's
Let
it.
me just let me hold my questions. I have a lot of questions for you. Kanya, hi.
You
Chloe,
can
before you
shoot,
go,
but it's fine.
and hi to Kanye. Chloe,
Mm.
it used to be the highest order. It used to be, because when we speak here, Potato is going to come here and say, hey, it's childish, it's childlike. I don't want to say what it is, but you know what she means. So what I'm saying, it used to be held at the highest order. If it's done, that is why there's a saying that uma uzele mfana uzele icala. That saying on its own gave women power, because whatever we do seems to be wrong. And the one thing that we really did that was wrong was to chow. But now chowing is the easiest thing to do, even as little as 20 rand. Call it what you may be. It used to be. And I feel like Snow Star, we come up here and we ask ladies that you are sengumalume wenu, angisasubhuti wenu ke manje. Ngicela ukukhuluma njengomalume wenu. Ake nivale nisincishe. Nihluleka ukusincisha. Sesincisha nine. Come on guys. Hayi.
Okay, Kanya. But But we must look at them. What do you say, my dear one?
aningiyekeli mina le nto le ayidli ipapa yo singahlanyisa njengento ezincane well and who must die of sexual frustration now after my advice wabo stan abo I'm sorry I cannot mina miss me malume on the lecture miss me when I'm ready mina shema I don't wanna lie to you ngobe ngenze kuthandwa ngumoya wami please
Manje uthini what's again? Sisulu soda.
What are you doing?
I want to learn this language. Why am I not? I thought Zulu is like you're supposed to know. Everyone is supposed to know Zulu. Why am I an outlier? Anyway,
yeah no learn it when that low learn it
I must learn it. Arab
Mamela,
when I get multilingual Arab, re botse gore between men and women who truly loves unconditionally.
no I don't think it's a gender thing hey
What do you think?
sometimes
What do you
it's
think
sometimes
about? Sorry.
sometimes you'll find an instance where it's the man that's loving unconditional. Some people are narcissists. It's men and female. Some people are self-centered. There's both male and female. So there's all types of people. I don't think it's necessarily a gender thing. That's just my opinion.
Okay, Mara.
Some men are more nonchalant.
these days and these terminologies.
Okay,
But
fine.
oh, I want to ask.
You okay?
Why?
Now we can rebuttal. I get Kanya is the last person. Now we can rebuttal, guys. You can ask any question. You can ask and enter the chat.
My question. In fact, I think what is flawed about the this institution of okay, well, maybe we're not speaking about marriage. Let's just say relationships. Then I think how do I put it? Let me just say the so-called burden of financially providing it's on a man, and we are told a woman must just receive and reciprocate if that ever happens. There's little to no investment on their part, especially material or financially. That makes it very easy for them to check out whenever they feel otherwise. And we know they call themselves feeling beings. So they are very, very, very volatile. It is something that would keep on making these unions to just go in flames because we expect very little from them, especially materially and financially. So when you don't have much invested, it's easy to just want to check out because you don't really have much to lose. Hence,
See, yeah. There's a
50%.
question on the pen. There's a question for you. Wari, who created that system that you're talking about?
Oh, the system of men being providers, and then okay, the system of patriarchy. I will agree. It was engineered by men, but also it needs context under which conditions. Women did not own land; they did not work. It made sense. It was logical of them to provide and for women to can manage domestic affairs with the resources that men bring home. So back then, it was a logical and a sane thing to do. But now, because there's changes, you are always on about equality and you are now employed, we need to have adjustments to that system. We can't just leave it as is. It does not make sense because things have changed drastically.
Okay, Mara. Okay, fine. It's fine. I'll ask my question later. Mara, why? Mara, why does it have to change? You're working again. Just provide. I'll keep my I'll keep my paycheck. Just be the provider. Okay, Malume. Umalume
Okay,
wethu. Had her hand up.
resign, and then I'll continue with the system.
Um,
No, but if you want to work, then tell me, why do you even want to do that and still want me to provide, really, Mara? What's your investment in this union of ours?
it's the same investment that the people back then, the women back in the day had. The difference is that I'm just working. That's the difference.
And that makes no difference, right? It must be as though that you're not working. You want it to be like that your working is immaterial to this household.
My paycheck is immaterial.
Oh. And that makes sense, right? To you.
I'm saying it's fine. But I'm saying what's the difference? That why shouldn't I go back there but work? Why can't we just go back there and use your check as the provider, and then I
Again,
work? I work still, but I don't have to contribute anything. You're still the
but
provider, Mus. Okay,
let me ask you.
It's fine. It's fine. Malume,
I just
wait.
want to say one last thing before this Maluma comes. If when you are a proponent of your money, it's your money, it's manicure, like even your upkeep, it's those things that you want me to do. So if you want to keep what's yours, your money per se, your salary, say maybe we're married and are you going to agree to be out of community of property? Or if we're in community, if we happen to divorce, are you going to be a proponent of 50-50 sharing? Even when what's yours is yours and you're not contributing materially, you still think you'll be deserving or entitled if
No, I'm
say
using your logic. Ya gore women back then were not working, so that's why men were forced to provide or whatever, right? Patriarchy. But I'm using your logic, or there's no difference now. You can still do that, but I'm working. Let me keep my paycheck. You can still do you can still provide with me working too. What's wrong with that? That's what I'm saying.
okay.
Okay. Bona, Joe, I I want to believe that maybe one of the other factors that contributed to that kind of system, I don't believe in the word system, but the order we found things in is men work, women get the chivalry. And if in a modern world, it means chivalry is she wants to go work, regardless of you can provide for her or not. Have her keep money for her to do the soft things. I'm I'll be in the middle and say that I think this thing of men having to go out there and work hard labors, and I don't want women to do hard labor. I think even I once asked, if you find a if you find that you have a man, as a man, your because a BMW doesn't come with a spare tire. So my 340i X drive had a puncture, and a woman is sent to, I call insurance or call roadside assistant, and they send a woman. I personally would not let this woman do that. And it's not an issue of she's incapable or independent or anything like that. But it's how we were brought up. There are certain things that it's not a way that I was brought up. I believe that women should receive everything soft, everything nice. So in that context, I believe even in the past that was there, that men will go to war, women will come back and treat the wounds. Although, of course, things continuously change, but I'm not trying to say that women are not capable of doing it or they are not able to do it better or anything like that. However, as a system of a default setting, I believe that women should be treated very softly, be provided with abundance of whatever they want, and should they choose to, go an extra mile for themselves, let that be the case. That's what I'm just going to say when it comes to the context that maybe Ajax is trying to bring out, that it was like that because of the physical dominance of men. That's just me, the sheer no fear kind of, and no logic to fear, because men will go into a fire and come out and still say it's okay. We don't think twice. Women will probably go decide to find sand to throw out this fire, whatever the case may be. But I'm just saying, maybe in the olden days that was there and was decided that domestically, let's treat them like this. But if they want to change it, it's fine. Because we've got Bosparmakoti these days and we're labeling them. They are sitting at home and they're being taken care of. Unfortunately, I can never be one of those people. So, yeah, it is what it is. And Kanya, I don't know if you're still there. Oh, Kanya just left. Kanya. Anyway, I'll moderate for now. Georgie?
She's on a call. Maybe Glows dropped down. Where's Glow? So my thing with this is that I think that, and no offense to anyone, right? But it's just a general observation. I think that men have become weak in the sense that they're constantly looking at what the woman brings to the table. And it seems as though they don't want to be the male counterpart that really goes out and does the hunting. But they want to have the title of being the man in the home and to be the one sitting on the throne and to be respected in that way. And like you constantly get these questions of, okay, so if I'm the man and I must go out and work, then what are you going to do? What are you going to bring to the table? Chloe just asked Ajax now about what if the female just works for the sake of working, for spending money or for the entertainment money or whatever. It's taken as a joke, but to tell the honest truth that there are households that actually do function like that, where the man knows that he needs to see to everything and not the woman's toiletries and those kind of things, her personal glow up that she sees to out of what she earns, out of her salary. And she'll obviously do things for the home, whether it be buying luxury or entertainment or whatever. But the man is generally the one that leads the home. And that to be said in all aspects of going out, getting the bacon, coming home, seeing that everything is seen to, being the protector, being the safeguard. So I think that is where this whole thing of women taking the front row and the lead in being the protector, being the one that's going out and doing the most, is because men became too comfortable in pointing the finger at the women. Men are the ones that have put women in this position, and now it's actually gone so far that they can't handle it. And instead of taking that power back and trying to still get the head seat at the table, you constantly hear, then what is the woman bringing? And I think if men stop being that weak and realize that they are supposed to be the hunter, they are supposed to be the provider, they are supposed to be the safeguard and the protection, this whole dynamic will change. And not saying that you're taking away the independence from the woman. You're still allowing her to go after her dream, but you, as the head of the home, you know what your function is. And it will eradicate all this confusion and backlash and back and forth, and I hate you and you hate me, and the battle of the sexes, the list just goes on. Is each one should take their rightful places. And I think it's got to do with a level of emotional intelligence. I really think, like, it's always a thing of the woman can't do anything right. Even being said where the one that does, like, is the unconditional love. It's always now the woman never can have unconditional love because she always leaves, or there's always this generalized statement that takes place. There can never be a thing of, okay, let's look at both and let's see what each one is capable of. There's always the finger pointing. And that needs to stop, because the more the younger generation grows, the more this war is going to get worse. And it's going to become a thing where the man is going to lose his position entirely. And the woman will constantly be blamed, but yet the woman is carrying on, reaching for the stars and doing the most, because she's also tired of hearing that she must play her part. So women are playing their part now, and they're even doing it better than ever. And the more men are looking at her and pointing fingers at her, she's literally overtaking him. So yeah, that is just an add-on from what I said earlier, that I don't think that it is, like Kanya also said, it's not a gender thing. It's an individual thing. If you are emotionally intelligent and if you are committed to your partner, it doesn't matter what comes your way. You are going to fight for it. You're going to fight for it tooth and nail. And that is what unconditional love is about. It's not about who's mixing with who and who's dishing it out and who's laying it down. And no, it's got nothing to do with that. It's about when two people are committed in a relationship, in a marriage, and there is a human error that occurs in that relationship. There is forgiveness that happens. And that is called unconditional love. You're not just in a hurry to throw in the towel. You're willing to work at it. You're willing to forgive because your emotional intelligence tells you that you are in partnership with another human being, just like you. You're not on a war field or fighting the enemy. You are in it together and you're supposed to make it work together. Thanks, guys.
Just quickly to rebuttal with you before I drop quickly. If you do mind, and if you don't, I'd understand. Are you married?
No, I'm not. I'm a widow.
Okay. I'm sorry to hear that.
No, it's fine.
You were married.
Yes, I was.
And do you mind if I ask maybe one or two questions about him?
Yeah, yeah.
The first question, did he give you a sense of belonging when he was there?
Absolutely.
To you and your children, if you have any.
Absolutely.
Now, I think I'll stop there and not go any further. Here's the problem, and I said this morning, and I got a backlash. We even went up to 500 views at once, and I said, and then why am I doing this? I want to speak to a point you say about men who are denge, men who are weak, that cannot be example of the kind of man I'm going to be talking about now. And I'm going to use this word, and I select this word purposefully because I want to speak to you, because this is where then the men are going to sit back and say otherwise, and they get an exit door to do that. One, if you say you have a sense of belonging, and I say to you now, Georgie, you belong to me. You see, I said this morning. I said, my woman belongs to me. And that started a big fight. And I said, just because it's belong, and belonging means you own it. And I'm saying I'm owning up to my children. I'm going to do best to my children. I'm going to do best to my wife. And when the moment I say that, as a woman, you belong to Sia, it sparked a big flame that, yeah, I don't have rights to a woman just because you paid cows. You own no one, not even your parents own you. And I said, number one, in that sense. And I'm asking a much older person here, and I'm saying, and I'm not trying to disrespect their relationship in any way, but I'm trying to say that the reason why you see weak men is that we use these words, and they're not strong words. You're saying, woman, you belong to me. And that belonging will come with a few things. And I'd like to challenge you on this issue of being an individual. It cannot coexist with a person that has sense of belonging. Why do I say that? It makes it difficult to control safety, to control desired outcomes, because independently, and I get you when you say partners and so on, let's not make examples of bad men who need corrective behavior institutions, where they need to go and correct certain traits and characters in their personalities that need to be corrected. And I say that because we've got institutions like that. We've got institutions that deal with men's anger, and people must just go there. We've got all these. If your hands, you can't keep your hands to yourself, there is a place for you. But we have a safe space for men to give women a sense of belonging? Right now in South Africa, it is kind of impossible. Because when we use words like, honestly, you need to have patience, and let's move it the other way around with this word they don't like, mbogodo, or this word they don't like, Begazelle. What do you want? Because as a man, I don't have it all figured out. And while I don't have it figured out, you have a person that is busy.
Breathe, it's okay. Breathe. We're here for you.
You know, I'm breathing because we ought to then become. I feel weak if I now need to select my words so that they sound like they fit in to the propaganda of what's now and what is good, and do not oppress us. And it's a 50. I don't agree to that. Sia will not agree to that. Sia is in control. And yes, you are my partner, but Sia here is the man. These are my children. I need to make sure. And the moment you take that away from him, you make him a weak man. You make him a weak man. Because he now doesn't know what already is confused. You know, you must see men in their late 20s to almost in the late teens, that means 18 to their late 20s, 29. Most of them have nothing together. A young man will start having his stuff correct after all these mistakes, after all of these challenges in their early 30s. And that is when you see most of them come up and start having stability, whether it is a place to stay, provide shelter, be consistent in finances, be consistent in, now I want to play a role in my child's life, because at some point in my life I was not being able. I'm not excusing deadbeats. I'm talking about men. We're actually going, we wake up and heading out there to get it done. But I'm not going to go on a rant even more. All I'm trying to prove here is that as much as you are saying that, yes, as men, you are correct, we have got weak men, we've got ntenga men. I agree with you, Georgie. But I'm saying, this, as their Malum, my sisters have gone on to play the biggest role at this. And I will take it, unfortunately, I'll have to take it to Isintu and say that, oh mama, Seba has provided. You are providing for yourselves. And the only, I said this earlier, Georgie, and I said, it is okay if you want to add abundance to what I'm adding. You're talking to a man here. You're not talking to someone that says when you get your own stuff, I believe in chivalry. And if you want to do that, okay, it's fine. But at some point, having said these kind of things it makes it a bit difficult to control. But anyway, I need to give others. Rika, are you there? Georgie, that was me. I just wanted to pass by and say that.
I just want to just come back on what you've said, and I hear you loud. I hear you so clear, and I empathize with men. Believe me, I do. I think what I've noticed is, especially as women, we also have become so angry that we don't even allow a real man or a good man or a strong man to take the front row seat and lead. And I know that there's a way that we can get through this, right? But I think that men need to step up to the plate. They need to take back their rightful places and stop fighting with women about where we are at and how we've come here. We need to take a few steps back and forget about the hate and forget about the backlash and forget about the negative slurs and hate speech and that goes on. Just give a deaf ear to it because, and I'm not saying downplay your emotions and carry on like you don't have feelings. But what I'm saying is don't give it any energy, if that makes sense, so that you focus on you, focus on the man that you want to be and the man that you're supposed to be, and find a woman that is going to respect you for that. Because there's a lot of women that do make the noise. And there's a lot of women that don't see true value in a good man. And you're going to find that. You're going to always find that. Because remember, we are emotional beings and we are all hurt. We all have traumas that even go back into our upbringings. So we fighting each other in an adult space when we're supposed to be finding comfort and love and that soft landing with each other or in each other. We're not allowing that to happen. We're constantly at war with each other. So what I'm saying is, if the man ignores the noise, it just blocks out the noise and marches on to do what he has to do and take his rightful place and prove to women that you do have somebody to depend on. You do have somebody that can love you, that can protect you. Even though a relationship doesn't work out, but take your rightful place as a father. Don't let women prove themselves right all the time. And that's exactly what's been going on. When the woman says, oh, look at him, he's not doing it. The man says, yeah, I'll show you better, I won't do it. And I think that needs to change. That cycle needs to change. That mentality needs to change. And we need to start listening to each other. We need to start hearing each other. Because this war has been going on too long. We are raising angry people. A society of angry human beings. And it is messing our children up that they don't even know their sexuality anymore because they've been watching mommy and daddy fight so much. So now the new thing is we won't want babies, or we don't want to get married, or we don't want families. That must stop. And the only way it's going to stop is if we as the adults change the narrative. We need to do better by ourselves and for each other. And Sia, I hear you. I hear the pain and the cry out in so many men's words when they say, just hear us. But I think the man needs to stop crying out and he needs to just take back his place. And not by being violent or being aggressive, by being a leader, by being a provider, by being a protector. And then I think we'll eventually start getting this right.
All right. Rika, Ajax, anyone? Ajax? Rika?
No, Ariga's been gone. I was thinking, no, maybe give her a chance. But yeah, I kind of agree with what Georgie's been saying, that there is currently, because of how things are, especially here in South, there's I don't know whether to term them the rage baits, where there's always, the female and the male are always at loggerheads. We need peaceful coexistence, and for that to happen, my take is that we must be willing to see this thing through until the bitter end, and that would require of us to bring forth our heads in this case and temporarily suspend these things that are useless, that fluctuate, that we call feelings. And I hear there's others that say their feelings are very much valid, and they must be validated, because the success of this thing, it requires thinking, planning, logical things that must be implemented and done. If we don't do that, and then I think it's going to be very wrong for me to be expected to be a man who's logical and consistent, and you on the other hand, as my woman, you just simply are fluctuating, you check in and out, and but you still expect me to be the same person who does what men should do. It's becoming more and more like you get to just be free to live your life as you please, but I can't, because I must always look out for the success of this institution of our union. So I think indeed I agree. Something needs to happen to remedy this situation so that it can be peaceful and mutually beneficial. And there shouldn't be things that are always causing us to be at each other's throats, which currently really I don't know what that could be. But yeah, it's like what a plane is saying, that it's a pandemic that I think naturally as human beings, in the immediate, we think of ourselves, and I can't say that is selfish, but we need to bridge the gap somehow. I don't know how, but really something needs to happen, or else we're going to have a lot of co-parenting. We'll not have marriages. And in fact, the marriages, especially in the black community, they've drastically dropped more than 50%. So it just shows there's less and less interest for this union. So the causation for such a thing, what I think must be found out as to why it's no longer an appealing thing for these ones with a strong melanin to go into it. And okay, sorry guys, I feel like now I'm starting to rumble. Let me pause.
No, carry on. We're listening. We're listening. I don't know where everybody's run off to. But yeah, I think we've got a lot of work to do, and I think we need to work on our emotions, because I think we allow our emotions to get the better of us, and it's not helping us any. Rika, are you there? I think Rika is sleeping.
Yeah, I think so too.
Del Papa is joining. Let's just hear. Does anybody else want to come up? Is the network slow? Good evening, Del Papa. Oh gosh, they're gone.
I think I heard Rika earlier. Hi guys, I think I heard Rika earlier say she was going to be very brief.
Yeah, and she's gonna be out, eh?
Out in the way, so I'm sure she's just stepped away.
Yeah. Yeah, no. So let's carry on to point number 2 then.
Yeah, sure.
What
I
a
don't know.
man can.
Ajax, what do you think about the statement? Do you think it's becoming truer now that what a man can do, a woman can do better? Do you think we are now living in the days where women are actually now really doing better what men could ever do?
Okay. My honest opinion, I don't think that's the case, you know. What a man can do, a woman can do better. I would suggest first that let's start here. Of all the inventions that we know in the world, how many are credited to women and how many are credited to men? Right now, as we speak, the inventions, this very platform we're on currently. So I don't think, I think it's one of those, august Mandla mantra and slogans, when they cheer each other up there. I get that thing. I think it works in those circles. But you see, here in the real pragmatic world, when they see what we can do as men, they can do better. I don't know how they can come and qualify that statement, but I don't think it's true. I do not see that in practicality. Perhaps I may be missing something else, but I'm open to being schooled on this one. But I really don't think that is it's there practically happening.
I think women definitely can do anything and everything. I mean, in terms of learning a new trade or applying her mind to something, there is so many women being celebrated today for actually replacing men in positions. It used to be a man's world, and I see more and more how women are just running the playing field. So the bridges and the freeways and highways and byways, construction, you name it, women are taking the forefront of these positions, even whether it be on the sports field or oil rigs on ships. Like, women are really taking those jobs, those jobs. And yes, sometimes if you maybe look at something that is really needing manpower, it can still be done by a few hands to make the job lighter, but the brains behind it can still be run by a woman. So maybe in terms of comparing strength, like in masculinity and that, but I don't think it even up for comparison, because women are doing everything, whether it's bodybuilding, whether it's rugby, soccer, you name it, like, it's just endless. So yeah, I think it's like we really need to just face facts that women are definitely in a position to do anything that a man does. Thanks, guys. Who's going next? Is it plain?
I'm thinking, guys, just thinking out loud. If we had a female only subs and military, would we feel safe here in the country? Strictly female only, and as opposed or versus just a strictly only male military and police. Which one would you opt for?
I definitely think that I'm gonna be attacked for this, but I definitely think females have a more uniformed approach and systematic, and also with I don't know how to put this, but anything that a woman puts her hands to, it works. So you've seen it on the sports field. And I mean, these questions came about earlier. Our soccer team, all girls, all women soccer team won't work. They proved that wrong. A woman can't play rugby. They proved that wrong. A woman can't do boxing. They proved that wrong. A woman can't do wrestling. They proved that wrong. So that is why I also go back to women are doing everything and they're doing it well. And that is why men need to step up and they need to take back their rightful places and be the providers. Not that I think it's going to change, but we need to, I think, Ajax, you put it in the comments. Women and men need to coexist. They need to realize that this is where we're at. And I don't think that's going to change in the near future.
You know what? If let me ask, if we look at facts, or we look at stats, let's look at sports. When it comes to when they say maybe there's a game, somewhere it's EPL or PSL, there was this other notion I had where Banyana wanted to pull the same salaries as Bafana Bafana, and they were citing things of equality, and we're like, look, this is not just some government sponsored program. When they are taken, as men, we fund what we love. If it's our sports, if it's our games, we pay money for those things. So, and also when you look at the glaring differences between the two sexes, the two genders, the attempt to make them equal, it's very wrong. It will always collapse. We will go fill stadiums, but now if you take, for example, Banyana and the other to go play somewhere else, it is not as popular, as exciting. It doesn't even generate revenue that much. But when you look at men's sports, it generates a lot. So okay, I'll pack the sports one aside, but there's something which I think may be informed, especially for us Africans. This thing of Roman Dutch law, how they try to equate the two sexes, is, in my opinion, the root cause of a lot of problems that we have. Because you are trying to make the impossible possible. For any system to be sustainable, you need to have hierarchy. So, in essence, this thing of equality and democracy, it's a beautiful, sophisticated scam that we've fallen into. But in the real sense of the word, it is not as existent, that thing, because say right now I'm with my wife and then we hear, footsteps or something around the house. Is she gonna say, baby, fine, relax, we're equal, you and I, let me go check that? That won't happen. whenever there's hardship or danger, the immediate first respondent is you as the man. They expect that of you. And this thing called providing and protecting, you can't expect that from your equal. It's impossible. It defies logic. But okay, it's fine. Let me stop here. I think I saw, who was it?
All right, well,
Boy.
Jax, thank you very much.
Plain
Yeah,
masculine.
Georgina, sorry, I didn't notice you were typing there, so I'm
It's
just
fine.
gonna
It's
I'm
fine.
gonna leave
Don't
you to
carry on.
moderate now.
Okay.
Plain, please come forward, and after you, will give to Bon, and after Bon, G, you just joined us, and then it will go around like that. But I'm gonna step aside now for Georgina to moderate.
Good evening, everyone.
Evening.
I've got a lot to say, but I think just first and foremost, to comment on the second point, I think that we're trying to discuss or kind of like have a conversation around is what a man can do, a woman can do better. I think that is it Georgie when she was speaking, and I think also just Ajax touched on it, is that in simple facts, men and women need each other to coexist, right? And I think that when we coexist quite well with each other, there is kind of like a balance that that is very prevalent. Sorry about that. I said when Georgie mentioned that men need to kind of like really kind of like go back into taking their place in terms of being the providers and being the protectors and so forth. And women kind of like need to kind of like go back into their femininity and their nurturing natural aspects of that. I totally agree with that because I think there's currently an imbalance and a shift in power because, please don't attack me for this, but women have kind of like become more masculine and men are kind of like being taught and coerced into being more feminine, more soft. And that imbalance kind of like then creates kind of like a push and pull thing where women want to constantly prove that we can do everything that a man can do. And Ajax tried to bring up a point in terms of saying if you're sleeping in the bed and an intruder comes into the room or something like that, who's expected to like protect? Of course, I expect my man to protect me because he's physically more capable compared to me, right? I'm not gonna like jump the gun and try to protect my man because that ain't happening. But I think to kind of like draw it to a close is that for me, I think because of the current imbalance in terms of like as women, we're leaning more towards masculinity because we're finding that more and more men are becoming more feminine and therefore we kind of like have to provide and protect and do all of these other things because like there's a certain demographic of men that are falling short to what comes naturally to them. So women have to now then pick up that masculine trait and do all of those things. And yeah, but I just honestly believe that a delicate balance of coexisting, let women lead in things that they do well in, and let men lead in things that they do well in. And wherever men fall short in, let women fill that gap. And wherever whatever a man falls, whatever a woman falls short in, let a man then fill that gap if he's strong enough. I think that this whole thing, Yoguti, yeah, I think I think I made my point.
Awesome, beautifully said. Can Born Free go?
Good evening.
Good evening.
How you guys doing?
We good, and you?
I'm good. Guys, I'm gonna be short because yeah, this is just my personal opinion. Men and women will never be the same. I think that's the reason why God made a woman and God made a man, for specific reasons. We can never be the same. If we were the same, a woman will be paying lobola for men, and a woman will be sharing men every day. Yes, you get those ones that are delusional that will try and be men. I'm not a man. I'll never try to be a woman. Never. I was born a man. I'll never try to be a woman. Physiologically, we are different. We carry different strength. Yes, a woman can play rugby, but she won't play like the same way the man plays. Hence, there's a sports for women and the sports for men. And if you look globally, most sports that are sort of sponsored, put forward, are men's sports. And also ask yourself, when there's a game, how many women are actually watching women play? None. There's like probably, if I have to guess, it's like 5%. So if you say what a man does, a woman can do better, I disagree with that one. I think there's a place for all of us to coexist as opposite sex, but we will never be the same, you know. And I think it was Ajax who made an example about if someone jumps into the house, who's expected to protect the family? Obviously, it's the man, no doubt, no question, you know. So I think lately society and the social media has made some women to be delusional, thinking that they can do what men do, they can do better. There's a place for everything. There's a place for women to do better. There's a place for men to do better. But that woman does do what we do better? No. That's my short submission.
Yeah, on that note, Born to Move, because of our biological difference and strength, you are right in that everyone must be given room to excel in what they are naturally endowed to do. So the problem with how I think things are currently, especially legally, like I don't know really who are these lawyers that think we're just gonna wake up and go to the constitutional court and just look for some things which are really unnecessary, although legally there's no reason to can disagree or to not rule in that favor. The equality thing, when the constitution talks about equality and says we are a non-sexist, it seeks to suggest that the only thing that's different between you two is gender. Apart from that, whatever one does, the other one can do. But that is not really true, which brings me back to what I said, that the problem, I think it's deep rooted in this way of life, especially legally, the Roman Dutch law, which was never ours to begin with. It was just some foreign system that was imposed. And as a result, we are trying to navigate life using a very foreign system, which is, I say foreign because I think it's not what or how Africans used to do things. That's why we have a mess now. Like this context, this competition between the genders, I don't think it would have been even there if we had our own healthy way And patriarchy, it's a system like any other. And any system, as long as it's human engineered, it will have its flaws. But we need something that can fit into the greater good theory.
Sanibona bosisi, ukunibingelela, ngiyayibona, and I like to say ukuthi I'm very much against all the bad things happening to our women, especially in the country of South Africa. I'm not going to speak for other countries, but everything happening bad to our women here, ngiphatheka kabuhlungu because kwathina, ngisho ukuthi uyindoda uzalwa umuntu wesifazane, sizalwa abantu besimame, sizalwa emphakathini nabantu besimame, sinosisi, siney'ngane, yonke into ngabala ngaqedi mfowethu, ngabala ngaqedi. Kuney'ngane ey'sakhula manje zamantombazane enama-future upright. We have the right to protect them, and I'm very much against what our men is doing because we have a problem in South Africa and we have to solve it. So I wanted to say that for my intro, ukuthi just note that I'm against everything. And I admit we have a problem in South Africa. There are men doing very bad things in South Africa. That's why la ngiphuma khona mina eKZN mawenza into kanje khona nje sesibanqumile impela, sabanquma ogwayi bakhona sabanquma, because mina ngiba nolaka olungasukumi phansi uma ngizothiwa abantu besilisa bezinto enje engisaba nokuzisho ngamagama, ku-live. But abantu bese-South Africa banenkinga, and inkinga leyo kumele isolve thina ngisingabantu besilisa, kumele thina stile nabo. So yeah, I feel the pain of our women. You are our sisters, you are our mothers, sizalwe abantu besimame. Kodwa manje ngibuke i-screenshot le esifakwe usisi laphaya u-Ajax, ukuthi I founded a woman only community, the secret to peace is no man. I understand maybe the frustration behind that, ukuthi njena to avoid all these issues, all this GBV, since SA has a GBV problem, to avoid these problems is to stay in an area where there is no man. But mina sengibuza ukuthi we know about biology, we know about emotions, we know the things we have to undergo as both male and female. Mase nizohlala manje endaweni enabantu besifazane kuphela, senizohlatshwa kuba, because it's human nature. Angisho kabi, ngisho it's human nature. Uma uhlala endaweni yabantu abanesimame uzokwenza njani uma sekuvuka le mizwa le, uzohlala endaweni yabantu besifazane kuphela? Yona ibuye ingazwakali kahle leyo, kodwa angisayizwa kahle ngempela. Usizodlala kanjani-ke manje uma kuthiwa abantu besimame bahlala edolobheni labo bodwa? Kuzokwenziwa njani ngendaba?
Be honest. Wait, let me just correct something. When I put this picture here, it was not because I'm in agreement. I was trying to show some of the delulu things that some of our fellow sisters are saying. This is not me. I'm not advocating for this thing. It is not realistic. I'm not supporting it, just for the record. I just wanted to make that clear.
Alright, ngiyakuzwa cha yani ayibi singithusa ngempela ukuthi hawu sizokwenza kanjani kwathina sikamadoda futhi siyophila ngesandla. Mawuthiwa abantu bezimama ukuthi bayahamba bohlala bodwa, bengasayizwa.
No. But look at it. The only reason, like the world population will always grow, and that is because as men and women, we're always going to procreate. So this thing of thinking we can be self-sufficient from the other, it's not possible. It's like, okay, well, I try to not touch the issue of sexuality, that much, because it raises people's temperatures. But if you're to put us that think we can coexist with women, and the other ones that say we prefer to just be men alone or just women alone, and will put us in 3 different places, say maybe gays there, lesbians there, and then us as mix, and you give us 60 years, we don't visit each other. There's just guys there, there's just women there, and then here's mix. After say 60 years, if we are to visit each other, on the gays and on the lesbians, we're only going to find graves. But in ours, you'll find that there's a progressing population, which, okay, in fact, I think, let me even remove this picture because it's that thing is done that I wanted to speak about. But we need to coexist together. We can't do this, what this woman is saying is truly that one.
Yeah, she's dulule ngempela kodwa ngiya-understand i-frustration yakhe yabo. If you look ezinto ezenziwa abantu besilisa icasula kwanathi singabantu besilisa yabo, kodwa hayi ngoba usushilo ukuthi hayi ubuve ukhona ipoint ebufuna ukuliprova before ngifike yabo, mhlawumbe ngibukela ulive lo. Kodwa into esengifuna ukisho kanje njena uqinisile lapho. Kunezinto nje, there are things that can be done by women and there are things that can be done by a man. So there's no way that women can live alone. There's no way that men can live alone. Kahle kahle, we need one another. We need one another because like cooking and washing dishes, like those are basic female responsibilities. Muscular activities like maintaining everything in the house and the yard. Those, like, I'm talking about basic things. Those are basic male responsibilities. So there are things now that you see that this thing requires muscle, it requires testosterone. That means it must be done by a man. There are things that are feminine that you see even yourself as a female, that these things must be done by you. So kahle kahle, yeah, lapho ngiyakuvumela Shem sisi wami, ngiyakuvumela.
Okay. Thanks for that, Bourne. You can go.
Yazin, guys, Yazin, we just need to learn. There's no other way. We need to learn to coexist. And sometimes I hear women say certain things, and sometimes some women they don't know how to be accountable. I'm just gonna way off the topic a bit. You hear sometimes when a woman has a child with a man, and that man leaves her with the child. You know how bad that woman's going to, not so, rephrase this. That same woman that has been left with a child, she will say so many bad things about the father to the child. And you don't realize that the child is going to grow, and he or she's going to grow with hate. And tomorrow, if the father decides to come back and rekindle the relationship with the child, that child might change his or her mind, go against what you have said about the father, and you're going to be left out by yourself. You're going to look like a bad person. So all I'm trying to say is that as much as some women claim that they can do what a man can do, obviously they can't, because when a person leaves a child, most of the time the child is left with the woman. So the only thing that you can do is to raise your child with love and care. Don't speak ill of the father, even though you know deep down that he is bad or whatever. Don't say it to the child. Rather say this to your friends, or not even your friends, maybe your sister, I don't know, or go to therapy and say these things. Because the challenge is that whatever you say will never get out of that child's mind.
Yeah, bengicela ukudefend osisi bami mfethu la bedefend mhlawumbe umuntu wesilisa yabo. I agree bhuti wami.
Let me finish. And
Oh, I thought you were done, Steve.
Okay. With the same token, I don't support men leaving kids around. That I don't support. It's wrong. All I'm saying, if a person does that, do good by your child. You're doing it for your child, not for anyone else. The man that left the child, it's his problem. But just do it for your child.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Can G, do you want to go?
Good
What happened?
She probably got a call. If you get a call, your life goes on pause. She's on pause.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I can say, on that point my brother said, because I know it's usually mentioned when we are discussing these female and male dynamics, they will mention that point. But I usually defend my sisters on that because it's things we see on the field. Although there are women who do that, who try to against kids, who try to drive kids to be against their fathers. There are women who are just pure, I'm gonna say evil, who are pure evil and do that on righteous males. But it's a minority. On a majority scale, what drives women to actually say that ubabakho uyabheda, ubabakho akakwenzi ukuthi nokuthi, ubabakho uyini. What drives women to saying that is that because us, singobaba beyingane bafowethu, as the males or as the men of this country, ayasinalo iqiniso. You know, I've met amajita who don't support their kids on purpose. On purpose, akutshela ukuthi futhi nengane iyondliwa umalume asho kanje on purpose. So yabona, on that point, I never ever defend males on that one, because if you say there are women who try to turn kids against their fathers, there's a minority who do that purposely, but the other majority who say it, they are saying it purposely, bayisho cause kunesizathu, because genuinely, as the men of South Africa, kwathina siyinakekela iy'ngane bafowethu. So umuntu wesifazane is an emotional human being. If ekubona ingane ungayisaphothi, uyi-neglect mfowethu, obvious ingane uzoyifaka i-brainwashing laphaya ukuthi ubaba kuyini, your father is bad, nani. But that is driven by your actions as a man. I'm not saying all women are right. There are women who do this thing on purpose, who turn children against their fathers. But the majority of women, they do it out of emotion, out of the anger of seeing their kids being neglected by their fathers, because the majority of men in South Africa do not support their kids. And that is a fact. I don't know about stats, but on the field we observe it. Amajita awazondla iy'ngane, and le nto yabakwati isources bethu yingakho begcine bekhuluma izinto enje. Singabasola mfowethu nani, but nathi singama-out asibenzi iqiniso. So mhlambe angidefend, but I wanted to say that ukuthi I defend my sisters. There's a minority who are bad, who turn kids against their fathers, but the majority don't say it out of nothing. They say it out of the anger, out of their emotions, because us, as their fathers, we don't do our righteous due shame. We don't. The majority of us, even you yourself, you can tell me about 5 friends you have who don't take care of their kids. 5. Me, I can mention 10 people I know, 10 men who are not taking care of the children on purpose. The things you will hear them say, if it's hleli singamajit, ungamangala. So when women say this, they say it out of anger, because us as men, asinalo iqiniso. Yabo.
Okay. Thanks, be honest. G, you can go.
Okay. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Sorry about earlier on. I don't know what happened.
No problem.
Just to tap into what just my brother has said just now, to say sometimes ladies say these things out of anger. You know, sometimes, my dear, they say it. You are spot on, actually. Because one, you'll find that they were never even going to say that, but a child is pushing, thinking that you are the one who does not want for them to have a relationship with their father. Now it's when now you have to say as it is. But for you as a lady, you were never going to say those things. I'm not there. Let me go straight to the topic. I just wanted to add on that. The topic, while for me, while both men and women can excel in various areas, but there are some tasks or things that really ladies, us women, do better. Because that's how we are created to be, just like them. We are not like we are competing or anything. No, it's in us. It's something that is given to us. Like I can just mention few, like multitasking. You'll never see men struggle on that. and they can never. That is given to us. You see, it's not like we break or what. They can try, but they can never succeed on that. You talk of emotional intelligence, you talk of communication, nurturing, and caregiving. That's a lady, and we excel on that. Just like you guys, there are things that you excel. I love when my sister was saying that if something happens, she will expect a man to do something. Well, I have something for you, my dear. I will advise you to go and get some karate exercises so that you protect yourself, because these days when something comes up, men, they actually run for their lives. So you will be left alone there in danger. That's the reality on the ground, my dear. That was then when we know good they can protect. Those days are gone. They will leave you there. So just make sure you have some karate exercises to protect yourself. You see, yeah. Otherwise, men and women can learn from each other, work together to achieve a common goal, like fostering a greater unit and understanding. That's what I'm thinking. Otherwise, for me, I never, growing up, I never have a thing to say this work is for a man, this one cannot be done by me as a lady. I will do everything at my home, even tidying, making sure that the yard is very secured. I'm still doing it even today. It's something that I love, working hard. You see, I'm now even on construction. You see,
Yeah.
so yeah.
So my sister, are you trying to drive us towards saying we are equal? So yonke into ongakhona ukuyenza nathi singakhona ukuyenza.
Do
Now
it.
everything you can do, we can do it.
Yes, do it. Because one, you'll find in some other households, the parent will have only a male a lento child, not a female one. So they have to train that one to do dishes, do cooking, do everything like any other child will do. Not to say, no, you can't do because when you are a male. No. Thank you. I will stop there.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that. That was lovely. Okay, so does anybody want to ask any questions or can we move on?
I do have a question, because I believe in the strength of a woman. We were raised by our grannies, so we understand that women are really strong and they can persevere. Perseverance cannot be taught. It comes with you naturally. Women are more perseverant than males. Throughout the most outrageous situations, they're able to stay with you. The things our grandmothers did to raise us, you become impressed. Even at our age now, you look back and you're like, how did that woman be able to do this thing? But on some responsibilities, I believe a man is needed. Like as my sister was talking, as like in protection of a home, I believe a man is needed to protect a home. In this country we live in the violence we live in in these days, that you do need a man. Because when they say a man is a protector in such matters, how do you explain that? Because I believe in protection, it's a man's responsibility, and we always say that a man is a protector. So there are certain things, small things out there that feel like these things are specifically for a male. A woman cannot do them appropriately, if per se, if I can say it like that. So I don't believe that a man can do everything a woman does. Bayahlula ey'ntweni ey'ningi. And there's no way a woman can do everything a man can do. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that. Like I've mentioned, only one responsibility. Maybe you can counter me on that one, and then add more responsibilities that you believe a woman can do. Like responsibilities that we know today are immense. Maybe mention a few that you know are predominantly done by males and say a woman can also do this. Maybe I can understand this topic because yeah, ngiyalahleka.
Awesome. So when you say anything that's predominantly done by a male that a woman can do, do you want to give us something that a man, or are you saying that you agree with a woman can do what a man does?
I worked in construction, like for one, maybe someone who can say it's a small example. I worked in construction. We were, I don't know what they call Ujantshi West email. Someone who knows Zulu and English more than me can explain Ujantshi West email. The trail, the trail of a train.
Yeah, yeah,
We were
yeah.
putting, yeah, we were putting those things over there. That thing was heavy as heck. And let me tell you, the women over there were just collecting paychecks. They were doing nothing. That was a man's responsibility, and we understood that it was our sisters. They have children. They have to collect a paycheck, but we were doing that work. There's not one time that they were with us, actually pulling that thing onto the trail. It was us pulling it, but we were doing it even for them because we didn't report them. We're like, okay, it's our sisters. We understand they can't carry heavy things and they need this paycheck. They have killed these people, but we did the responsibility as men, and they couldn't do it. They didn't have the muscular activity. So, like, I'm trying to say, in muscular activities,
Yeah.
you need a man. You need a man in that.
No, I agree because I also said earlier that you can have like emotional strength, but physical strength is something else, and you most probably will have to have a man around to carry the weight.
Also, on that same one, I'm sorry to interject, if
No,
be
no, it's
honest, you
fine.
can just tell us. While they were busy collecting paychecks there, the equality system was giving them the equal pay, right? Because of their natural lack of testosterone and being strong. Did they cut their paychecks in half, or did they get paid fully like they were doing actual work, even when they were just coming there to just collect paychecks? Do you
But
think
women don't get paid the same as men.
okay, fine. This is the same type of work. This notion that they don't get paid the same, it depends on, maybe I would say, the kind of, right now, if you go in government, all doctors that are first entries, the interns, they all get the same. I've heard of that notion, but like what he's saying now, this was a job that required physical strength. They went there, the men, because they're compassionate, they understood, they did not report. This means basically they got paid for free.
Yeah, that's because they felt for them and they didn't want them to return home with no money. But
So,
on
you
a
know what? In this case, I was hoping it was gonna be one of those cases where, what a man can do, a woman can do better. Like I would have loved for them to do better, in especially cases like this ones.
yeah, yeah, I hear you. I do agree. There's certain um weights and things like that is obviously going to be harder for a woman to do. But then again, I wanna ask the work that was done was those rail tracks, right?
Yeah.
So be honest, doesn't that entail like a group of men doing the hard labor anyway?
But the problem is that they are also hired to do the same thing. They are also hired to carry this train track with us, but they can't physically. They can't. But if you are someone who grew up in the rural areas, you understand the struggles of of everyone, especially of every woman, because we know women actually support more people than us. If most men, they support probably one child or just themselves. Every like in terms of every woman, even people who do not have kids, they are supporting some kids somewhere. So you feel that pain of like, I can't report this person. I understand they are actually raising more people than I am. Because to be truthful, I'm gonna be truthful about this, and it seems like maybe I'm bashing men, bruh. Women support more people than any man does. Women can support their sister's child, someone they don't even they did not give birth to. So we felt that pain. If you are like, okay, I can't report this person, we carried those things alone without them. And as I said, they were there to collect paychecks. They never carried anything. They never carried anything. So I'm like, it is a male role, but they were hired for that same role, because in South Africa you cannot restrict a role to a male. So they get hired for the same role, but they just can't perform it. As the
Yeah.
people who are there, you do it for them. So because you understand the struggles of a female in South Africa, because they have more responsibility than us. A man has yeah, a man does have a lot of responsibility, but knowing my women in the townships and in the rural areas, from what I've seen, women are supporting a lot of people, man. I've seen grandmothers supporting 8 children with 2,000 rands per month. So I understand the struggles of females. So we couldn't report them because of that. We felt it. So
Yeah.
throughout that period, we did that work on our own. They were hired for the same role, but we did it because they can't be restricted for a role that this role is for males. It's not allowed by our constitution. I'm not sure if I
Exactly.
got your question right.
Yeah, no, and I mean, like, I hear what you're saying, and also, like, if you look at these big trucks that women also drive, I honestly sometimes wonder how they manage, because you really need to have the stamina to control those big trucks, right?
Yeah, true. The
Exactly.
stamina is necessary. Like right now, somebody was making, I don't know whether this was a joke, to say this hardware, it has um uh, 10 trucks loaded with cement because of they want to advocate for women empowerment. They only want women only to offload those because they want to empower women. Nobody came.
Sure. Yeah,
They
no,
didn't
I don't
come
know. I
because
think,
they like we want to empower you. Agree we're equal and what we do you can do better. But you realize it's just a slogan, this thing. When it comes to doing it, the harshness and the difficulties, oh no, they simply blue tick that thing.
sure. It's
No,
called,
but I'm saying
it's
right
called
now
for
here,
here.
let's say you judge there to put a track there, it's three code, let's say code 14, it's just cement there, and then there's no forklift. And they are saying, no, women, this is the job we're offering you to offload this into the yard. We just want to empower strictly women only because of the so-called disparities, blah blah blah. We want to empower women. I don't see women volunteering for that or saying we're gonna take up that job off.
And you know,
And let me not be biased. Let me not be biased because I've worked a couple of these jobs. There are jobs where also women have actually pulled up for us. That you see, that you hear, women actually pulled up for us. At some point, we were once, I'm just gonna say cleaners. We were once employed as cleaners. Yo, and imagine being a male being assigned to clean a female bathroom. The things I've seen there were traumatizing. There was some point where I myself, I was just collecting a paycheck. There were sisters in my young age over there working with me who will just volunteer. So like, okay, you can go and take the male bathroom. I will take this one and do it on their own, taking my responsibility. You know, even our guys, there's a lot of female tax. I'm not gonna just restrict this thing to men helping females in the workplace. We help one another. There are certain responsibilities where females actually pull through for you, especially if you are a general worker. There are certain responsibilities that the company can assign to you that only an African sister can understand, that I cannot let this African man do this thing. I will actually do it for him. So my sisters have actually pulled up for me in the workplace themselves, So that's why I say we need one another, man. We need one
Yeah,
another.
definitely. Most definitely. And that's also kind of out of the respect that they have for a man figure.
Very respectful, very respectful. That's why I was writing on the comments that I'm like, I love South African females. I love their perseverance is out of this world. That's why when I joined the panel, at least there was one male, who was speaking for males. I wanted more males to be invited over here because I know they're gonna have outrageous views. Because sometimes even I myself as a man, some of the views my brothers have, I don't support them. So I was hoping to find a panel that is balanced. Maybe there are also men over here. Our show time started.
Yeah, no, the men, I've been tried to invite them, but they don't want to come up. I think they don't want to talk. Okay, I think we're going to be going off shortly. Ancient is going to put us off. So let's tackle the last point. Do we think men are more united?
Men are more united than women.
Yeah.
Let me think about this one. Because I myself have seen women bashing other females, for simple and outrageous things. But I wanna think about men.
I don't
I
think they're
actually
united.
don't think so. I actually don't think so. I
They're
think we are the
not.
same.
But
Yeah,
look
yeah.
now, check the population. Why don't we have a female president?
Look at what Kay, look at what
Look,
Kay wrote in the comments.
what? Okay, what? No, they low key don't like each other. No, women are like that, yes. Because now what I'm saying right now is that why don't they decide to have a female president? Let's just say the ANC or all these political parties. I don't think women will stand being led by another woman. This womanda thing that they keep on chanting on social networks is just for vibes. But in reality, I don't you never see them do those things or see them in practice doing it. Because otherwise they'll be very empowered. Like, the very act that you do, it's just not happening. I think women just generally maybe they just believe a lot in men because they have the numbers. It's a lot. Everywhere else, every institution, you'll always find them outnumbering us. But you look at leadership, it's very, very rare to find them. I don't think they're as united as they claim to be, unless if it's on these other things which really don't impact much. Economy wise, money, empowerment, yeah. And maybe on other things, they're very united, especially when one woman dies. They'll share and do the hashtags and what is on those ones we know they're going to excel. But on these
So my
other
my
ones,
my my sister Ix actually went to what I was saying. Can we sort of divide this topic over here, the one about men being more united than women, in in terms of what? Supportiveness, or rather just how can I put this thing? My English bundles are running out. But can you put it in terms of like moral beliefs? Do they share the same moral beliefs? Do they support one another? Dissect it. Because in terms of supportiveness, men support each other more than women. In terms of
Yes.
supportiveness, there are men who go to work for a whole month without having a cent, and they are supported by their friend. The things I've seen with women who have the same profession refusing to support one another, refusing to support the one without assets. So in terms of supportiveness, men support each other more than women. Women are very divided when it comes to supportiveness, you know. But in terms of
Boy.
standing for the same initiative, women usually stand for the same things. As men, we usually have different views on things. But what I've seen with women, when it comes to initiatives, they always push for the same thing. They always fight for the same thing. Where with men, you'll find different views. But in terms of support, we are greater than them. In terms of initiatives, women usually support the same thing. It just comes when they have to support one another to get to that initiative or accomplishing that view. They don't support one another, but they always have the same beliefs.
Awesome. G, do you want to add?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. I was going to say, hey, now I'm like going to sound like a breaking record because my brother has said it a mouthful there.
No, you carry on. You
Otherwise,
carry on.
yeah, otherwise, for me, unity isn't necessarily determined by gender. Uh, because I believe that both men and women can be united or divided depending on various factors or the interest that they share or experiences or values, you see. And I will also go back to say two can learn from each other. Otherwise, when it comes to support, only God can help us there. You see, only selected few are able to support other ladies without even a lender looking to get anything back. Otherwise, it's not something that is done all the time as compared with males. I mean, you go back to like your universities or your high schools, though those people, they are able to look and assist each other very well, such that even the next person won't even realize ukuthi these people are not even related. That's how they go as far as supporting each other. That I know and I've seen, you see. As for us, it's all about status these days. I
Yes.
was there, yeah, Yvonne. As for any other thing, the other thing will be what will benefit me. Maybe it goes back to that status, but shame, they outshine us in the emails when it comes to support. They really do support each other.
No,
Thank you.
we do. We do. Women are very, they embrace the animalistic instinct of being self centered perfectly. I think we must somewhere usher all these women with a summer cum laude in that department.
God will help us to change.
Yeah, no. I think with the way I look at it, I think the way we are so deep into the mess when it comes to gender wars, I've noticed that if the topic for men is to be against women, they will all side in with each other and they will drag the women. There'll be one or two, like, be honest and, like, you know, there's a few other guys that will stand up for women and things like that. But the same with women as well. If it's something against men, they will group together and they will bash the men. So for me, I think, like you say, I agree with you. When there's a common denominator and it's in favor of a certain gender, then they'll group together. Other than that, I think it's each one for themselves. And because they will stab you in the back in the workplace, they will throw you under the bus. It's like they don't have that unity, you know? So yeah, that's how I see it personally.
And I get your point, Georgia, and you sort of went to what I was saying, that I actually like this thing about women. You know, when there are issues being tackled, they never seem to disagree on what is right or what is wrong. They always have a common view. Whenever there's a matter, they agree on the same thing. That okay, we are all on this side. As men, we have this problem that if there's an issue, there will always be a lot of men on the other side and a lot of men on the other side again. We always have different views. There's this thing about women having one view, and I've seen it on many instances that like these people, they always have one view. They only have trouble implementing that view. When it comes to implementation, when it comes to supporting one another to accomplish that view, they can't support one another, but they always agree on the same thing. It comes, I think, Umon, you're jealous that I want to be the one leading this thing. They
Yeah.
don't have that spirit, but they always have the same view. They just can't support one another to accomplishing it. Men have different views, but if there's two sides, the men on the other side will support one guy to lead them, and they will support him 100%, and the men on the opposite side will support one guy 100%. So we have this thing of supporting one another even though we have different views, whereas women will have one view on a matter. The only issue with them, it comes when they have to support one another. They can't sort of elect one leader to lead them to accomplishing that thing that they want. Like we've been talking about women equality for how many years now? Since 1970, we've been talking about women getting rights. We have never seen one women leader being supported by females to accomplish these things. It's always male presidents or male ministers rather implementing these policies. Women don't have this one leader that they elect. That okay, here's our leader. We've started an NGO or an NPO, that this is our leader. She's gonna fight for our rights as females, because we've been fighting for this thing since 1970. They have the same view. They know that women deserve better pay, they deserve better rights in South Africa, but they can't elect one leader to lead them throughout that struggle. Their view is the same. They just can't support one person. I'm sure. I think I am making sense, right?
No, you are making sense. Yeah, no, it's actually quite sad because when we make a noise for, oh, men are this, men are trash, men are this, men are that, then we all ganging up and we singing the same song. And yet when it's to put a woman in a powerful position, then we look the other way. We don't want to support her. And I think with men, it might be a bit different, but I also feel nowadays men are also just on this train to bash women, and like they look for company. They won't do it outrightly on their own, but they look for company. Whereas if a man is speaking up for a woman, he can do it alone. He doesn't need to look for company. So yeah, that's how I look at it. Ajax, G, anything?
Not at the moment. I'm still listening. Thank you for the
Awesome.
opportunity.
Yeah, I think I wanted to say something, or
Are you there?
because maybe you did not hear my point was that I love how women have one view on matters, but I have this problem with them failing to elect people to emancipate them. Because I'm all for women's emancipation, for women's rights, for protecting them in South Africa, but they always seem to rely on male leadership, because there's a lot of male leadership in our country. They rely on them to implement policies that will protect females. Don't you feel like for women to be protected, they should have a female leader who they trust, who will always fight for them, fight for their views? Because all the time when I see these things being talked about, they're like, why isn't this guy doing, why isn't this commissioner doing this? And it's a male commissioner. A male commissioner cannot understand your pain. So I feel there should be more NGOs that support the views of female, and they should be pushing those females should be pushing that,
Yeah.
fighting for.
No, I hear you. I understand totally. I do understand. I think we're going to be going off in a few minutes. the clock is most probably going to come up now. So I don't know if you want to say anything for the last, and let us say our goodbyes and our good nights. Tomorrow is Friday.
I think until the end of
Okay, but I'm
time.
gonna follow you guys so that I can join next time because it's my first time on this live. First
Oh,
time seeing you guys. I can
okay.
follow you and I will join next
Now
time.
that will be awesome. That will be awesome. We
Yeah.
enjoyed you. We enjoyed your company tonight. Thanks to everybody that joined. Thanks for the taps, the shares, the gifts. I'm sure Ancient is appreciative of that. I don't know if he's awake or if he's sleeping. But yeah, thanks to everyone.
I'm still very much awake, Georgina. Thank you
Oh,
so much
you're
for the
awake.
moderation. Yes, I am awake tonight. I had a proper nap during the day, so I'm well
Okay.
charged. I'm fine.
So you're fresh. Awesome. Awesome. No,
Yeah.
thanks for the topics. It was awesome as usual.
Awesome.
And we'll
Thank
see you
you guys.
No, I think
tomorrow.
See you on
this is
next
one
week.
of those gender roles, eh? The leadership will always come back to the man. It is always like that. We are seeing it everywhere else. I was the president of the LRC when I was still in high school.
Ah,
The population we had, like maybe I think less than, let's say, 300 boys, and it'll be 600 maybe. Okay. But you've observed, even with other women, like, no, man, this is nature, man. You can try and talk about it and bring equality and make it make sense to the brain, but biology always wins. I don't think women feel safe, when another woman is steering the ship because they
they
don't
want to
expect
jump.
her to
They
lead.
want to jump off the ship.
No, but I guess they know she's like them. They evade accountability for a living. So they can account
Yeah,
to another
no.
woman. So they know if it's this one, the likelihood is that things are gonna go right. They are aware. They know that thing. Even in
I think
households, like
I think
the
it's also
groom.
a issue of undermining the other fellow to say, eh, I don't think or I don't trust enough, yeah, but or if it was me, it's a matter of jealousy.
Yeah, and women
Yeah.
women are naturally jealous. It's if I'm not in that position, why must I support her? That's
Yes.
exactly how it is.
Yes.
So can we conclude by saying it's a you problem, just like
Yeah,
I said?
yeah, it's a you problem.
Okay, good,
Awesome.
good, good.
Thank you very much, everyone. Ancient, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen. We
Good
shall
night. Thank you.
be honest. Ancient usually comes on at 8 every evening.
Be
So
honest
just on the
left, my
lookout,
dear.
okay?
Be honest left.
There he's still in the chats.
Oh, yeah, okay, I see.
Yeah. No, thank you
I
very
know,
much.
I'll
Yeah,
follow.
we meet here every day at 8 p.m. every day, and we do it for just about 4 hours. So it's timed, so you can plan your day for it. You can plan your night, your evening. Every day we meet here 8 p.m. So thank you so much, guys. It's about
Awesome.
time.
Thank you.
I must
Good
say
night.
thank you.
Bye. Good night or good
Yeah,
morning. Good
good night,
morning.
everyone. I was also about to drop. Oh, rather good morning.
Okay, then.
But yeah,
Take
I wanted
care.
to say everyone sleep tight. But then yeah, next time we join, I want us to discuss how we can sort of emancipate this mindset from women, because they are very strong. I personally was raised by women. I stayed with my grandmother for a long time. I know they are very much capable, So I believe it's all in the mindset. So I want us to discuss next time how we can emancipate women from this thing. How can we stop them from believing that they need a man to lead them in things, Because they are very much capable. I've observed it. Women are very much capable. They're very much strong. They just
Okay.
have a self-confidence problem, if I can put it like that.
Yeah, you must
Self-confidence.
speak to Mr. Ancient up there. He'll be your man to put up that topic.
All right.
The countdown has ended.
I am going to put the question up. However, I'm going to put it in a way where we will drive to that very point, because I believe I know some of the women that come on this live, Georgina will agree. Some people will still argue that women are more united. Some people will not, they don't see it the way you see it right now.
Yes.
So I'm going to construct the questions in a way that will eventually drive us to the conversation around emancipation of women. So thank you
Awesome.
very much for that.
Awesome, my guy. Yeah. Goodbye,
All right.
everyone. Sharp.
Good
Yeah.
night. Good night. Sleep tight. Good morning.
Wonderful,
Good
wonderful.
morning.
Thank you, guys.
Ciao.
Bye.